This podcast is part of the Deluxe Edition Network. To find other great shows on the network, head over to deluxeeditionnetwork.com. That's deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
Why are you guys anywhere?
We're sort of a club.
Yeah, the Losers Club.
You want in?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, we're 7 now. Lucky 7. I want to kill it.
I just want to forget about it.
It's not just us. It's all the other kids, too. Who's gonna be next? It kills kids, damn it. You killed my brother George, you bastard. Let's see you now.
Maybe it's the water.
The water? Maybe it's the sewer.
Hi, Georgie. You're not real! You're not real!
Was it Pennywise?
Big white guy, red nose, about 75 feet tall, mouth full of razor sharp teeth.
You smell that? That's death. Losers fight it. Losers die.
They all flow!
Hey nerds, it's Sammy, and this is Barrel Age Chicks. Let's do this. Tonight on panel we have...
No, I'm fine.
And...
Hi, this is Crystal, and I make everything awkward.
And finally...
Hey everybody, this is Yin. Time to turn your head and cough, because I'm about to check your facts.
Welcome to Barrel Age Chicks.
Hey,
I'm
everybody.
Sammy, and I am joined tonight by...
The party's here.
by Snow.
Kind of.
And our resident mouse, Crystal. And of course, we've got Yen with us tonight, ladies.
Hey everybody.
Dr. Yen.
Dr. Yen.
That's right. What are your problems? Bring
She's
it
here
me.
to, what are you here for, Dr. Yen? You're going to what, their facts?
Oh, please turn your head and cough, because I'm going to check your facts.
That's
There it
right.
is.
All right. So tonight we are going into 1990's It, the miniseries, as our final film in our Tim Curry Trifecta.
Oh,
We enjoy
Wah,
talking
wah,
about
wah.
Tim Curry in Legend.
We do.
We enjoy talking about him in Bless You,
bless you.
Bless you, Mouse. Mouse imploding adorably. We
that was
talked
the
about
cutest
him.
sneeze ever.
I know, she's so damn cute. It's ridiculous.
I am the small.
We love the small. We love the mouse. And then we have, of course, Rocky Horror Picture Show, which the mouse, she was our host for that one.
Yes.
Fun.
And now we are rounding it out with me handing it off with It. Stephen King's It, one of my favorite novels from him. I love current Pennywise, old school Pennywise. And this film was so amazing for Tim Curry. And I'm just so excited to do it with you ladies.
It'll be interesting.
It will be interesting.
It is it.
It's a thing.
There's going to be a lot of it puns. Got it. Ha, there's another one. All right. And we're off. All right. So we are talking about the 1990s Stephen King's It miniseries, not to be confused with the 2017-2019 It, It 1, Chapter 2. Those have Bill Skarsgård, who, funnily enough, fun fact, ladies, right out the gate.
I love fun facts.
He was born in 1990 and then ended up playing Pennywise in the 2017-2019 Pennywise. How weird is that? I just thought that was kind of cool.
I still don't trust his
Hello,
eyeballs.
internets.
So he was 27?
Yes,
Okay.
he would be, I
Math.
believe. Math?
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
I got it. I can do it.
That's Ditzy Yen. I love me some Ditzy Yen. All right, so I'm going to go through kind of the brass tacks real quick, ladies, and here they are. You have it, 1990 released.
Sorry.
It's 3 hours. Are you there, Yen?
Yeah, I'm great.
Yen cat ball.
I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm fine.
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
All right, so 3 hour
fine.
and 12-minute runtime. This was broken into 2 different parts, and I'm going to have the breakdown of those right here. In part 1, it rated on Sunday, November 18th, 1990, at 18.5 with 17.5 million households. It was number 1 rated. Then second part 2 fell at Tuesday on November 20th, 2009. I'm sorry, 2090. Oh, sorry, November 20th, 1990 at
That's in the future, bitch.
That's in the future when we got flying cars and hoverboards, hopefully.
Probably
I hope.
not.
Yes. I hope for hoverboards, man.
The
Otherwise,
real ones.
Back to
Good.
the Future 2, you set me up to fail. All right, they already did. They're already behind by like 8 years. That was in 2015.
I was let down. The world didn't end in 2012, so.
Well, we
You
were
were
let
let
down.
down?
We were let down.
I was excited.
Well, I mean, we thought it was going to end in 2000. Y2K was a thing.
Y2K was a big deal.
I was born that year, so I didn't get the hype of that one.
Much like Bill Skarsgård in this situation.
How did you survive?
Yeah.
He was 2000.
No, no. So the second part, in all seriousness, the second part actually grossed the second highest for television viewing at home for a miniseries, and November 20th, 1990, at 20.6 rating and watched by 19.2 million households.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing blew the doors off, and it has become a cult classic. I mean, it is an iconic horror classic, and it is one of the few sign-offs that King gives to a on-screen adaptation of his work. Because Stephen King is very picky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He had falling out straight up with Kubrick about his rendition of The Shining.
Yeah.
King is very specific about how he wants his stuff portrayed. And
Which
this
is good.
This
I mean,
was a series that
most authors should be.
Yes, and he did sign off on the recent installments because he actually cameos. He's the
What?
I know. He gets Silver, Bill's childhood bike, back to him as the kind of curmudgeon-y antique salesman. And it's hilarious because there's even an inside joke, and this is going to bring out my Stephen King whore so much tonight, ladies. I'm so excited to do this with you.
Yay.
So am I. But Sammy, as much as I love you, can you talk about the drink so I can eat the cherry, please?
Oh, yes, of course.
I want
All
the
right.
cherry.
It's
Thank
the
you,
bishop.
Mel.
Get the bishop. Get the
All right.
bishop.
No, we got the bishop. We got a
Oi.
bishop. All right. That is the BAF boys, our peanut gallery.
Come
Say
on,
hi,
Peanuts.
Come on, hello.
You're
We got
failing.
Ragnar, my favorites, and we got the best over there. Ron, say hi.
You're slacking.
All right.
Mine decided to say
Thank you,
F y'all
Peanut.
and went upstairs to sleep, so.
Oh, yeah, no. Chase bugged out because Chase is sleepy. We're going to let Chase sleep. He's upstairs.
I'm gonna be nice and I'm gonna order him dinner.
Aww.
Unlike
Love
him and you, making me
Mouse.
wait 4 hours.
He did. We have it on air.
Fucktard.
Punk. Fuck you, Chase.
I call him that all the time.
It's
but I
said
mean it with love.
You little
Like, look,
fucktard.
I've
High five.
I've
said
told
that
him
6
multiple
times.
times, like, look, if we're actually fighting and I'm not cussing at you, I am mad. Like, if I'm not like, dumbass, if I'm not saying that,
It's bad.
You're
Better
fine.
walk away.
That's right.
Just walk
Count
away.
as Daniel Lyon says, if you're mad and you feel like roar, count to 4 or whatever my kid sings. I don't know. It helps with anger management.
I thought that was going to rhyme with whore.
4 is not
Whore!
enough. 4 is not enough.
No, but I am a Stephen King whore. So let's continue.
Drink.
Huh?
Drink.
Drink. The drink. Thank you. All right.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
No drink.
We don't have a squirrel button yet.
We'll get there.
All right.
We're new.
So here we are. I came up with this cocktail. This I am calling the Pennywise. And here's my thought process with it. I actually I am sober Sammy, so I do mocktails. And I was turned on to Stella Non-Alcoholic Black by Snow.
Nice.
No, Stella, the actual alcoholic wine, which
I know
actually
wine.
she's like the wines. And so she
do like Stella
she
Rosa.
really says she likes the Stella Black
Yes.
regular wine. It's a sparkling wine, I'm guessing.
No.
Oh, I will let you. It's just a wine.
It's a wine.
Okay, thank you. You're like the sommelier.
It's a red blend.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
She's our resident sommelier.
Sommelier.
Oh, damn it.
Sommelier.
I'm Mexican. I don't speak
Sommelier.
French, and I'm a hick. I'm trying, y'all.
Sommelier.
she does that fancy swirly.
She's the wine pourer, and she knows the wines.
I'm the wine whore.
Wine whore.
Yay.
There you go. A resident wine whore.
Yeah.
So she turned me on to Stella Black, non-alcoholic, and I tonight took that and I mixed it with zero sugar 7-Up because again I didn't want it to all having sugar high. And then, but also I found that it comes out literally looking like a glass of blood. If you hold it up to the light,
it's so cool.
It looks like you're looking at blood.
Yeah.
And
there's no blood in this, right?
No, there's no blood in it.
Okay.
No, there's no.
I meant the show.
There's no. Well,
there's no blood in this movie. Show.
So so that is the cocktail, and then I garnished it with a long stem maraschino that I cut and I flipped upside down, so it's a red balloon. So it's garnished with the red balloon. But the reason that I went with the black and then the 7-Up is you have the black representing Pennywise, this evil monster, this devourer of worlds, this eater of children. But then you have the innocence of childhood with 7-Up. And Shirley Temples and, soda and like white and bubbles. And like you could drink it because it wasn't caffeinated. At least my parents were like, no, you don't need caffeine. You have ADHD. And so I flipped the cherry, made the garnish, and there you go. That is the Pennywise. So you have innocence from the 7-Up. You have the dark from the dark wine. Please enjoy, ladies.
I love that. That is a great thought process for this show.
I put a lot of thought into it. I really did. Like
Crystal was like, I want the cherry.
She really did.
I was being so nice,
sweetheart. If you want cherries, there's a whole jar. Mouse. We will hook you up.
Oh, no, I was like, I was staring at him like, I gotta be good. I gotta be good.
She did. Come here, mouse. You did so good. Good girl. Good mouse.
I did not break rules.
All right, and I will.
No.
All right.
Oh, do we need?
I have T-Rex arms. Cheers, ladies.
I'm coming.
To another.
Fuck me running. There it is.
Yes.
And we
Come
gotta spin
on,
the wheel.
Sammy.
Fuck me running.
Ooh, that's yummy.
Son of a yen.
I'll take your shot for you. I feel bad.
No, that's not her.
Where's the
That
wheel of
means Ron
fuckery?
gets to take her
Right
shot for
behind you,
her.
dear.
Oh.
He gets punished for
Bring
her
on the wheel
because
of
he married
fuckery.
her.
That's punishment enough.
I mean, depends on who you ask.
I think I'm kind of cool.
She goofed up a name.
She said my
fucked me
name.
running.
Say my name.
I thought I passed
When
that
no
bug.
one is around you, say,
Crystal
baby, I love
Picks.
you.
Crystal Picks.
Again,
Oh,
that's
good
3 times for you today.
golly. I'm so sorry.
Because we have been recording
hot
at
your
sauce
space.
today, Crystal. No hot sauce.
All right.
Just mustard.
You're gonna-
All right, so, sorry, was that super loud? I apologize. So let's go round table and, well, first we got to drink said drink.
Yes.
And here we go. All right, ladies, bring it in.
Oh, yes.
All right, cheers to BAC. Love you, girls.
Love you guys.
And
Love
here we
you.
go. Oh, fuck, that's scrummy.
So tasty.
I
It's
think
so
it's
light.
very bland.
What?
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like the I think it's the zero sugar thing.
It's a little
I think
flat.
it flattens it
Do
out.
you think you need high
terribly?
tests?
Yeah.
Do you want some more Rosa? I mean, Stella?
No, I don't think it's gonna help. I
It's
think
the,
it's just
zingy.
it's flattened. It's flat.
From the
For me.
zero sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not a zero sugar fan, period, anything. She does high
I
tests
don't
or not
drink
at all.
diet. I don't drink anything.
Which
like
reminds
that.
me, that is apple cider vinegar in your zero.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah, you have a shot to take.
Oh,
At least it wasn't oat milk.
True.
I forgot what the heck
true.
happened.
All right.
Could have been
this
oat
is-
milk.
So I'm sorry. What
Apple
is this
cider
again?
vinegar and Coke Zero.
No,
Zero
Sprite.
Sprite.
Oh, it's gonna be so bubbly again. It's gonna burn me.
You're gonna be fine.
Oh.
you can man up.
Chase with your Stella.
I'm drooling.
So you liked
Is it worse than club soda?
No.
I think it'd be less fizzy.
It was less fizzy, but and it has a weird like limey aftertaste.
The lime in the
But that amount of that was like doing a shot of it for like I want a healthy gut, and then it's like I'm drooling on myself. I literally did.
Where'd the lime come from? Did you put lime in it?
No, it's the 7-Up.
Oh, lemon lime. Duh. Okay.
That was nicer than the spicy. Thank you, Crystal.
Love you.
Yeah.
I
For
do
me,
love
I'm
you.
gonna. I'll give this for look. I'll give it half a middle finger into the air.
Oh,
I really am not a fan.
I forgot what's the
It
max.
just it's
Two?
2 middle fingers.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know. It tastes so flat to me. It takes away the wine flavor.
Okay.
Is this the non-alcoholic wine or is this the alcoholic
That's
wine?
that's the
alcoholic
high
one.
test.
I can't even take the alcoholic wine. I can't
I
even
wonder.
taste the alcoholic
You know
wine.
what though? I bought it at the Walmart. I wonder if I got a flat bottle.
No, because then it would taste like vinegar. Because
Oh.
I
Yeah,
bought
you
bad
would
wine
know.
from Walmart before, and it literally it's one of my favorites, and
I'm
it tasted like
disappointed,
bottle of
but
vinegar.
you know what?
Hey, it's all right. It
Don't-
looks pretty.
How about the ingenuity with the cherry?
It looks pretty, and I can tie that cherry stem into a knot with my tongue. So wait,
Yeah.
So,
Lucky Ragnar.
That's our $2.99 content. You have to pay extra for that.
Cheesy smile over there,
You
like,
wanna watch
find
her?
out.
If you want to hear
like,
about
yeah, I know that
yen
tongue. We're good.
and snow and tying cherry stems into, okay, let's move
Here we
on.
go. I don't know. All
Then,
right, I'm
hey,
gonna
there
do that.
goes
You
our
guys talk about
guy.
yours.
There goes our guy listeners rating.
Hey
It just
there.
is gonna go.
Stay away from the buttons.
All right, let's get back to
my
things.
God.
All right, let's get through these brass tacks, ladies. All right, so
What
I'm
did
gonna
you
go
rate
through-
your drink?
Oh, well,
Yeah.
you gave him a half middle finger.
Yes.
Yen, what is your rating?
Yeah. So
Thank you, Snow, Miss Snooker Terry, for getting me back on track.
I didn't mind it too much. I think I would give it one middle finger at least.
Okay,
Maybe
thank
like
you.
1 1/4 finger. If you can give quarter fingers.
You can.
Yay!
I don't think
I
my-
now at least almost have two. A stump.
So-
My stump is getting bigger.
Oh,
That sounded dirty.
We've said
Wow.
much dirtier things.
Hey
You're
there.
fine.
Hey, at least you
We've
go
said
straight to
much dirtier
throb.
things.
I didn't go straight to throb. This
is your stump growing?
It is with your 1 1/4 nub. Thank you.
Hey. So no, I thought it wasn't bad. I mean, I do after she said something about like the sugar-free Sprite kind of giving it a flatter feel, but I personally am not a big wine person. I can't really even taste the wine. I can taste the flavor of it, and I wouldn't even if I drank this without knowing what was in it, I wouldn't think there was alcohol in it at all.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Oh.
So, but you put a lot of thought into like the dark and the light and the balloon upside down. I thought that was pretty cool. So
Yeah.
that's why I gave you a little bit
So
extra.
I get a little. I got the quarter nub for
That's
my
why the
story.
nub-
That's why you get my half.
the one in the nubbin.
Yeah.
Which you got, Crystal.
What you got, Crystal?
I'm gonna give it a 1.
Thank you. All right.
It's good, but I agree with Snow. It needs a bit more of a
I
muchness.
This wine on its own has a very nice, sharp flavor, and it just killed it.
It did.
Yeah.
See, maybe because I haven't had it on its own yet.
Yeah. Well, we can pour some in. I'll pour.
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
pour you
of
some in a little bit.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fill me
no.
up,
Well,
Buttercup.
like I said, I was trying to be.
No, your
Healthy.
thought process was good. It just it's
it
another
happens.
failure.
We don't have a wah 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 button.
Myrrh. It made me go myrrh.
It's,
That's okay. No, actually, I mean, I still got two.
sorry, all I can think of is like a boner just going.
No,
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's,
It's a happy we. It's a or that it's a myrrh. We're a myrrh.
We're in myrrh. Actually, I'm not because I almost have three middle fingers or between the tables. So you know what? I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it. I'll take my.
All right. So what do you give it?
So because I'm used to zero sugar sodas,
Yeah.
and the non-alcoholic is high sugar content. By mixing it with the non, it balances it beautifully for me.
Yeah.
And it also makes it so that I don't have other issues from increased sugar, like inflammation, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Sadly, I wasn't able to garnish it, but I enjoy it. To me, it's very refreshing. So I'm going to give it, I mean, not to be biased, I'm going to give it a 1.5 middle finger. Is it the best thing ever? No. But is it solid for me? Yes. I'm a fan. And I actually just dumped a bunch of pomegranate seeds in it. So that might actually make it amazing. But I'm enjoying it. It's something that I like to sip. It's something that I would definitely have, like, if I was like colder or if it was really hot. I'm sorry, if it was really hot and I want something cold that like it's just different, you know? So yes, I enjoy it. And there you go. So I'll give myself 1.5. So there. All right. So that is our segment about the drink. Thank you, ladies, for letting me share the origin of that, you know, of the Pennywise from my brain.
Oh yeah, thank you.
It was a lot of fun. Again, I put so much energy.
Oh, you're making me separate. Thank you.
Wanting to. I'm excited for you guys to try this just straight because obviously I've never had it. And I'm
like
curious.
a little mason miniature glass. That's so cute.
Tiny.
Crystal, there's the street wine for you.
Oh yeah. I threw pomegranates in it. That's a 2. That's not counting, but it's delicious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So I
Stella,
see,
Stella Black is really, really delicious.
Oh my god, she's a mason jar.
She looks like a giant. Take a picture.
Who's got the camera?
Snow's our resident Bammer girl because she gets the good angles. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. It's like a grizzly bear out of like a tiny honey pot.
Tell me what you think
I
about
told
that
you.
one.
Yeah, no, I like the flavors in this definitely.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
goodness.
doesn't it? Did you see what I mean? Like it killed the flavor.
Hold on, let me double. So I just took a drink of that.
Yeah.
Straight. Let me try it.
Yeah, that zero sugar literally killed the flavor.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but there's just like a little bit of to me, I'm not a big wine drinker. Like if I do drink wine, it's like a Moscato or something sweet.
Really sweet.
There's a little bit of a bite on the black by itself. I think if the proportion was a slightly different, maybe if you had more of the Stella and just a splash of the Sprite, it would probably.
Did you do it like half and half?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was
Too much?
way too much.
And I think you're
Like
right.
if you can see, like this still has that have bubbles when I poured it. There's completely flat versus.
Yeah. No, it's fair. It's
But
fair.
hey, maybe those out there who want to try it want to do like full
Or,
sugar.
I was going to say, do
Sprite.
high test, and it would probably.
Well, we
different.
did that for one of the last drinks we did with the Lost City. It was a Moscato and it was a Sprite and it was and that was with the blackberries and that was delicious.
That was really
so
good.
yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I had the mocktail of that one. It was scrumdiddlyumptious. I remember.
Yeah.
So but thank you. Like I love the feedback. It was an original concept.
Yes.
Ish. So like I'm glad that you I'm glad that we did this. This was fun.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why we do.
Hey, this is Sammy from Barrel Aged Chicks. Thanks for listening to our show, and here is the podcast of the month.
Hey, this is Ron. Do you like movies?
Hey, this is Ragnar. Y'all like alcohol?
Hey guys, this is Stu. Do you like punishments?
Hey everybody, I'm Chase. Do you guys like alcohol poisoning?
And this is Lenny from Barrel Age Flicks. Sobriety is so overrated. Welcome to Season 3, 2023. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. See you there.
So, all right, brass tacks. So, I'm going to go through the cast real quick. It is a long one, so here we go.
Oh my goodness.
All right, we have Top Runner, Pennywise, played by Tim Curry, Richard Thomas, adult, Bill Denbrough, Tim Reed, adult, Mike Hanlon, Annette O'Toole, Beverly Marsh, adult, Harry Anderson, the adult, Richie Tozer, Dennis Christopher, the adult, Eddie, Richard Macer, who is Stanley Uris, the adult, John Ritter, who is Van Hanscom, the adult, Jonathan Brandis was Kid Bill, Brandon Crane was Kid Ben, Adam
Fraziel.
Thank you. Thank you, Snow.
My guess. I don't know.
It's the closest thing to word.
Sounds great.
Sounds like a word.
Sounds like a word. Kid Eddie, Seth Green as Richie as a kid, Ben Heller as Stanley as a kid, Emily Perkins, who played Kid Beverly Marsh. And then there's a couple more here. We're almost done. Home stretch. Harlan Taylor, who was the kid Mike. Olivia Hussey, who was Audra. Hussey, who is Audra Denbrough. Sheila Moore, who plays Miss Casbrack. Jared Blanchard, who played Henry Bowers. I did not get the name of the actor for the adult Henry Bowers. Sorry. Chris Estron, who played Belch. And then Al Marsh, played by Frank C. Turner. Woo! All right. Boom. We got through it. So those are all of the casts, or not even all the casts. There's more casts, but that is the major part of the cast that, you need to propel this storyline of it that was written by Stephen King.
Yes.
This was written by Lawrence D. Cohen. He actually wrote the actual script because he was like a super fan of the book. Stephen King actually found Tommy Lee Wallace to direct it because Wallace was really good at basically taking large material and then synopsizing it very quickly, which is what you had to do with this book. I mean, this book is a huge book. It's literally probably a good 4 inches thick. It is a huge book.
Has anybody ever read
How many pages
the book?
is it?
I believe it is 1,300 something.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean,
It
most
is
of
a
Stephen
big
King's
one.
books are super thick, right?
Oh, he is known
Yeah.
for writing the long novel.
Yeah.
It's funny. You can look at an author and tell if they're paid by the word or if they're paid by the
idea.
page.
Mhm.
No, that's what my creative writing teacher said. He said you can look and you can tell
Yeah.
if they're paid by the page or by the word.
I'm actually going into my audiobook real quick just to tell you that it is over 38 hours of just audiobook.
Wow.
I mean, it is a long book. It is an amazing book, but it is a long book.
Have any of you ladies actually read it or listened to it? No, of course. You have,
Multiple
Sammy.
times for you.
Yes, yes. Including for this show.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
It's a fantastic. It's one of my favorites of Stephen King's. And so.
Oh, I have a question because I've only heard about the scene where Beverly bangs all the boys.
Oh.
So is it like gross? Is it bad? Because it sounds like it would be terrible because they're 12.
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird. Going off the book, this is not in the miniseries.
No, thankfully.
And like when they were even like brought up, they're like, yeah, no, we're not putting that on film. This is going on like during dinner time. Literally.
Gather around, kids.
They're like,
let's watch an orgy.
We're going to learn the facts of life from it. It's like,
Did they put it in the sequel or in the remake?
No, the remake
I thought they insinuated it.
No. What they did in the remake was they did a blood oath. They actually didn't like they did it much more
official, like
innocent.
Yeah,
as it should be.
Yeah.
No. There's a lot of stuff with Stephen King. He did a lot of drugs, and he was a raging alcoholic. So, and it's in the 60s. So, there could have been a lot of situations that happened there. Keep in mind, he also has written in the story that the protagonist is actually a giant god turtle. That's the creator of the universe.
Yeah.
And that's what actually can kill Pennywise.
He was totally
he was high.
Yeah,
he was high when he wrote this movie.
Totally.
As a sky. But he was still amazing. And
we're on Instagram Live, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, there I am. Hello, Instagrammers. All right. So, woo. All right. Look at this. Hold on. This is going to be so satisfying. Ha 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 ha.
Marking it
Woo.
off.
I'm marking it off. All right. Real quick, though, I realize in the speedy rundown, I do want to acknowledge that in this film, or I'm sorry, in this miniseries, it's going to happen. I'm going to jump between miniseries and film. In this version, we do have the late John Ritter. May he rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the late Jonathan Brandis.
They died the same year.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
In
They
2003.
did? Yeah.
2003.
He had an aortic aneurysm, and
the other one hung himself.
Brandon Brandis killed
Right.
himself. Yeah.
And that actually was something that they talked about in the documentary.
Oh, yeah.
I caught myself. Yen and I caught myself. I literally bit my tongue.
That was close. Yeah, so on Amazon there is a show that's called Pennywise: The Story
documentary.
of It. Is it a documentary?
It's a legit documentary.
Okay, sure. But it was I was going to rewatch it. So I am a virgin to it.
Yes, she is our it virgin.
I watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was going to rewatch it the night before.
Have you seen the remakes? No. Oh, so this is your first iteration of Pennywise?
Yeah. Not even seeing this movie, I wasn't a big fan of clowns, so I didn't really think I would enjoy it. And
did you?
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Okay.
It was definitely not what I was expecting. I was thinking, I did not think it was going to be more supernatural. No, I didn't think it was going to be as supernatural as it actually was.
Okay.
I thought it was just mostly just clowns, and then Tim Curry was pretty scary at some of the things, but it wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't as bad.
He's not outrageously scary. This is the first time watching it. A couple of days ago is the first time I've seen it in years, like since I was a kid. And as a kid, this movie scared the bejesus out of me. Like I like to this day, I don't walk near storm drains.
Okay.
I mean, and I drive a mail truck. I have to drive by them every day. So I have to make sure I park past them like 6 feet radius, like COVID. But
the drains got COVID.
Yeah. No, like give me a yardstick because I'm staying out of arm's reach of those things even to this day. So it's effective. I mean, I saw this movie as a kid.
I totally get that. And
but as an adult rewatching it, I was like, God, it's super slow.
It's very 90s.
Well, again,
but I mean, like slow. Yeah, it takes forever to get anywhere in this movie.
Right. So instead of before doing this show the night before, I was like, I had just worked a 12-hour shift. I was like, I can barely stay awake right now. I cannot get through another watching of the whole
3
series.
hours. Yeah.
So I just watched the documentary on Amazon. And it was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting.
It's a really cool documentary.
Yeah.
It was called what again, Yen?
Pennywise: The Story of It.
It is a documentary. It's a legit. We actually, Ron bought it for me because
You love Pennywise.
I love Pennywise.
I hate your fucking animatronic.
I know, he's amazing.
No, he's terrible.
Oh, he's so great.
I can't go to the bathroom in your house at Halloween. You know that. I can't go to the bathroom in your house at Halloween because you have the stupid fucking it clown in the dark hallway, which Ron fucking loves. And he's like, it's right there. It's just watching you. And it goes and it jumps at you and it talks to you and it's fucking scary. And I'm like, fuck off. I'm gonna pee at my own house or in your yard. Is all
I
I'm
put
saying.
Pennywise into my art space, which I've nicknamed the Fox Den. I put him in there, and Snow's like, no.
I walked in there and I immediately ran away.
Nope, peeing outside now.
Scary
Nope.
looking,
Not
man.
Not doing it.
No, and I'm not talking about the Tim Curry version. You have the
I have the Bill Skarsgård version.
Terrifying looking.
Hello, Georgie.
Don't do it. I'm gonna have to take off my head.
Do you want a balloon?
No. Fuck off.
The eyeballs are
I'm gonna pop your fucking balloon.
All of that was by me.
Pop your balloon.
God, no.
Fuck your balloon.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Ron one time. This was amazing. I had to do some psychological
No, it was the
recuperation.
pest control guy.
No, yes. No, legit story. Poor pest control guy. He knows who he is. He's amazing. He came through to spray for vermin for the scourge and literally did not know he had chlorophobia. Okay. He comes in and he literally screamed at our Pennywise because it wasn't up the last time I was here. So he's like, ah! And my kids upstairs heard him, and so did Harley. And they were just like, are you okay?
You talked about this in the last episode that we did together that I was with.
On Barrel Age Flicks.
No, it was on Barrel Age Chicks. It was our first one.
Oh, on Legend?
Yeah.
Okay.
She talked about how the...
Oh, did I? Am I repeating myself?
Probably.
I mean, it's
I think it
fine.
was a long time ago,
Yeah.
and it's okay. And we got new listeners, and people love us, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yay!
Okay.
I'm sorry. All right.
No,
fine.
yeah, no, that Pennywise
All right.
you got
For all
is
the new ones
terrible.
who hadn't heard.
Yes. It scared the crap out of my pest control guy.
And me.
And Snow.
But yeah, your kids.
Oh, yeah.
freaked
No,
out.
so Ron, one day, I don't know
Ron.
what I was doing. I left him home with the kids, and I'm sorry. Our eldest was home. And he decides to go on to our intercom system through our security and literally do the fucking Pennywise laugh. Scared the crap out of S. She's like, Mom! I get a call and I'm like, you son of a bitch! And he's like, what? I'm like, what are you doing?
It was funny.
I thought it was funny. I'm like, she's crying. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Father of the fucking year, that man.
Yeah.
I love you, babe. I could have kicked you in the nards. Oh my gosh. It wasn't. She was terrified.
It was a good laugh for somebody.
you.
For Ron.
Yeah.
He was laughing.
Freaking ridiculous, man. Anyways, all right.
Got him.
So, I'm going to give a brief synopsis because if you haven't seen it, I highly
If
recommend.
you live under a rock.
Yeah. If you
Like
haven't
me.
seen the miniseries, if you
You're
haven't
busy.
seen
It's
the
good.
2017,
You're a
2019
nurse.
installments,
You're busy.
go out to, I was about to say like super 80s, go out to your local video store and go get one.
Blockbuster.
Go to Alaska, find that last
Yeah, find that
Blockbuster.
last Blockbuster and get yourself a copy with that rascal Bill
Dust it off.
Skarsgård.
Isn't it in Oregon?
I don't
think
know.
so. I think it's in Portland.
It's way out there.
Yeah,
Somewhere
somewhere
out
out
of
of
our
our
reach.
Portland. Yeah, I
mean, Portland's fucking weird anyway.
but I kind of want to go to it. I kind of want to go to
The
it.
Blockbuster?
Portland?
No, the last Blockbuster.
Oh, the Blockbuster would be fine.
That would be
Stay
so
out of
cool.
Portland.
No.
Can they move it out of Portland?
No, I think that's their whole shtick. I think that's what's bringing in their peoples now.
It's
They're
the
like, come
Blockbuster.
see the dinosaur that's dying.
I want to go see Russell Crowe's
How many
fucking
people
thong
have
from
DVD players
Gladiator.
anymore?
I don't.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. Like, what are they going to sell? Like, here, sign this and then you can get a free download.
But okay, so I deliver mail.
that's the thing. They always
For
give
one
us a
day.
digital copy. Why do I want the digital copy if I'm buying the physical copy?
But you can keep it forever.
So
Nope.
here's the thing,
Oh,
like
'cause you can put on
you just
portable things.
stream now, right? Yeah. I am really surprised that like Redbox is still a thing and video rentals are still a thing because as I deliver mail, there are houses that get the weekly deliveries of the DVDs and they just exchange them, and I'm like, why?
They're
it's
old.
so much quicker.
Yeah.
Just to download it, and then you don't have to pay the UPS fee.
Because you
And
still have
it's like-
people out there who don't know how to work the internet.
Well, there's
I
that.
mean-
And then you also have like,
Where I live, there is no internet, so like,
yeah, you have
So
to.
you have no choice.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say if you don't have the physical copy, like I can plug our DVD player into our generator with our TV, and if we have no power, we can at least entertain ourselves when we have no power. I can't stream shit. Oh, actually, that's a lie. Ron hooked up our fucking internet router to our
See?
fucking generator.
There you go.
We had internet
It's
during the
important.
blizzard.
It needs to be plugged in.
No, it wasn't. Thank God, because we had Elle, my nephew, for 29 fucking hours. Blizzard
oh,
in.
you.
Yeah, I love him, but I was like, take your kid, Harley. I love him, but he needs to go home now. It's safe for him to be home.
Was she stuck at the hospital too?
She was stuck at the hospital, and then poor Stu got over here, and he went into a ditch, and like Ron had to dig him out. They were able to get the car safely down here, and then when he was finally able to get out, he couldn't get back in. So he ended up going home to see also like their dogs, everything else. And yeah, so we kept
That
Elle.
was a gnarly ass snowstorm,
It was insane, man. And yeah, so we kept Elle because we didn't want him driving with him.
Thank goodness.
So, but yeah, thank you, Jesus, and the internet and our gas powered generator. Ron at 3 a.m. was going to Sheets. He's like, I'm
We
all
invited
bustled
you
up.
over to the house. We had power.
We had
we had showers.
No, but Falcor would have died.
Yeah,
if we had left because he
Yeah.
was plugged into the generator.
Yeah,
I know.
Just bring him with. I would cuddle him.
I know.
I like him.
I know. He's cute. He's cute. My little bearded dragon named Falcor. He's adorables. All right. So back to it.
Yeah.
All right. So in this, in the synopsis or in this
Do we have a
version,
squirrel button? Oh no, we
we got to
that.
make it. We got to make it.
I am the squirrel button.
Squirrel. Yeah, there it goes.
Thanks.
Squirrel. I love it. So we are basically what the story is you have this town of Derry, and every 27 years something bad happens. Kids go missing all the time. You know, it's just a really not great situation.
In the movie, it's 30 because they wanted to make it even, right?
Yeah, because I think
They
the
did.
kids
In the
were
book, it's
1960, and then
Yeah,
the
they
adults were
rounded up.
1990.
They rounded up, but it should be 27 years based on the book.
Meh. He took a little while to get out. 3 years actually.
He got a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
So he anyway, so he comes out and it's cyclic. But it doesn't matter because even like beforehand, like it's bananas. And the weird thing is none of the adults like acknowledge like what's happening. You know, they're all just kind of like, this is what it is.
It's their status quo.
Yeah, it's their status
They're
quo.
like, it's the price they pay is the lives of their children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, this whole
They're
thing.
terrible people.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot happening. And so you have Pennywise, this monster who is the eater of worlds. He's this ancient beast. He's been here eternal. He's been here like millions of years, like basically, and everything else. And decided to take up in some BFE town in Maine. That's where he's hanging out. So Pennywise.
To be fair, Maine is beautiful.
No, it is. It's very pretty. And apparently there's lots of kids there. So he's very happy.
Would you like to hear a
Not
fun
as many
fact?
as there was before.
Real quick?
Yes.
Fun fact. It was actually filmed in Vancouver, Canada.
It was. It was in North Westminster, British Columbia. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, no problem.
I appreciate that. I'm taking that one off.
Maine's beautiful. It's in Canada.
It's in Canada. Well, Canada is
next
quite
to
pretty.
It's pretty close.
Alaska.
Maine.
I mean, both.
I mean, it's technically both. I mean, it is. It's connected
if,
to both.
if you want to be fair,
it's both
it's
Maine
on
and Alaska.
both sides.
To be fair.
Or Alaska.
It's America's
All right.
attic. We're good.
It's America's attic.
Sorry,
Hashtag
Canadians.
America's attic.
Sorry, Canadians.
Hashtag we love you, Canada.
Yeah.
Listen
we
to
love
us.
We love some Canadians.
Oh, we love
Ryan Reynolds.
Whoa.
We love you.
What's wrong?
Oh, nothing. Ron startled me. Hi.
Ron.
What's up, Ron? Oh, no, sit. That's fine. You just startled me. I'm confused what just happened.
I
Okay.
don't know either.
That's okay. Let me
Whatever.
get some water.
Next.
Actually, Ron, please. Water boy, Cabana boy, peanut gallery. I'm thirsty. Thank you, Ron.
Hey, babe. You get me some water?
Do you really have it like already ready to go?
Like, you're not even looking
Is this
at
one
me
mine?
saying that.
No, that was her talking to him.
Oh.
Is this mine?
Because that's what he does to her.
I think this is
Babe,
Yen's.
I need
I was
eyes.
waiting for you to
This is
respond.
Yen's. I can't
I know.
make this.
Why are you not moving?
Yen.
She wasn't even
This
looking
is
at me.
this is Yen's.
I wasn't looking at her. I was looking at you.
Why isn't he moving? Because I wasn't talking to him.
Yen, this is yours.
Is it has ice in it?
Well, it's melted now, babe. It's been over there
Oh,
for a
that's
while.
fine.
No, but this is
Do I really
Yen's.
need?
It's
I
not
don't
mine.
need water.
I can't
I
drink
do need
after
water,
her
sure.
because
I probably
she
had
had
gluten.
Chipotle.
Yeah, with
She had
sour cream in it.
yeah. Oh God, please no. Yeah, that's why I gave you my cup. No, she needs the cup. She says she's thirsty. Cabana
Water,
boy.
bitch.
Here.
Water, bitch.
Thirsty.
Introduce yourself, Cabana boy Ron.
Thank you.
Howdy.
Wow, you don't know what a Cabana boy sounds like.
Wait. What does he sound like in the Grown Ups movie. He's from Saskatchewan.
Well, we got
which is also in Canada. I almost said Canada.
Canada. That's what I said when I went on my trip with my family.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right, and
Sorry
we're
to our
back.
Canadian
Okay.
listeners.
All right, we love you, Canada.
Yes.
Follow us. Oh, and we love Germany.
Yay, Germany.
We are we are bi-continental. We are in Europe, in Germany, and we are in America. Woohoo!
Hello from the States.
And that's with only 5 shows.
Guten Tag. I don't know. Is that it?
I think so.
Las sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Isn't it Guten Morgen? Guten Morgen?
That would be good
That's
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I think.
So
Or
it might be
something
morning.
Like that.
It depends on
Knock.
if
Sorry
you're
for-
listening
Is
in the
not-
morning. Guten morning.
Yes, Guten Morgen. Is it morning in
I don't
Germany
think it's
now? Because it's
morning.
nighttime here.
I am not bilinguist.
What time
That's
is it in
fine.
Germany right now? Because they're
I'm
way
sure
ahead
they
of us.
Do I
speak
look like
English
Google?
there too.
Hey, Mouse, can
I'm
you find
not.
out how far ahead we are? Thank you, Mouse. Our tech mouse is on it. Tech mouse. I'm curious because we could
FYI.
maybe actually say Guten Morgen if it's morning.
Eastern Standard Time, we're around, but 9 o'clock at night.
Are we? Oh, I
You
don't
said
have a
Germany, right?
Yes. What time? I'm curious.
I'm sure it's morning. It's after midnight.
It's gotta be.
After midnight.
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm trying
I don't
to
know why
think
that
of the
came out when
time.
you
I'm
just
not
went
gonna
after
do it.
midnight. I don't know.
What's next besides
It
Guten
is
Morgen?
2:50 a.m.
All right, Guten Morgen.
Yeah,
Good
so
morning.
if you're listening to us at 2 in the morning, go to bed.
Good bed. Go to bed.
Take an
Go on,
ibuprofen
that's
PM. I highly recommend.
Good morning. All right. So, all right. Anyways, so you have this eternal being that has to feed on the innocence of children, basically, because it's pure evil. Pure evil.
Does he have to, or is
Yes.
it like what he likes?
He's compelled. No, it's.
Oh, he doesn't.
He's
feed
evil.
Because it seems
adults.
like he just enjoys it.
Yeah, I mean, he loves it. He's all about being evil. That's what he
Gross.
is. Again, he's the antagonist because he is the spidery monster to the turtle god that created the universe.
Weird.
So yeah,
Why is a
Lots
spider the
of-
opposite of turtle?
Well, I mean,
I thought it was a
turtles
rabbit.
Turtles eat spiders.
No, that's the race.
Yeah, no, tortoise and the hare. Different story. Much shorter than it. So anyways, you have every 30 years it has to feed, and then it becomes dormant, and everybody goes about their lives, and the adults have children, and so on and so forth, and it compels itself in the city of Derry. So we are now introduced to our ragtag. In the first scene, we're introduced to the leader of the ragtag, the loser club, Bill Denbrough, who you see with his little brother Georgie. Georgie goes out with the little boat. We've all seen it. I'm sure you see an ad for it. He goes out and he's chasing the boat, and there is a clown in the storm drain, and it's Pennywise. Pennywise Pennywise will present himself as Pennywise the dancing clown to lure in the innocence of children, thinking that a clown is your friend. So Georgie tries to be smart. He's like, hey, I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. So Penny he introduces himself, everything else to gain Georgie's trust. And sadly for Georgie, Pennywise ends up ripping his arm off and then eating him. Of course, Bill Denbrough, has to deal with the fallout of losing his little brother, his parents,
His
all of these
guilt
things.
over sending his brother out in the rain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In the newest installment, the 2000s installment, you see him like it was my fault and everything else, and Georgie follows him. But in the miniseries, it's just kind of much more toned down. He has general grief, but you next see him like just kind of again going on. But then the thing is he's like, something took my brother, something ate my brother, there's something wrong, there's something amiss. And then he actually starts to pick up other friends. You have Eddie Kasprak, who's this sick inhaler asthma kid. You kind of have this ragtag group. You have Ben Hanscom, who's the new kid. He's unfortunately the overweight kid.
It's the outsider kids that all become
outsider
friends.
kids.
Yeah.
Exactly. And this was made in the early 1990. So sadly you do touch, and Stephen King actually did touch on a lot of social tropes in his pieces.
Well, because these
including-
kids were kids in the 60s.
Yes,
So there
exactly.
was a lot of stuff going on there.
A lot of stuff going on there. And you had, of course, the race, the civil rights movements, all of that. You had segregation. You had a lot of racial tension going on at this time. So this group of outsiders, the Losers Club, or actually the Lucky Seven in the book, but the Losers Club in this rendition, they actually end up taking on Pennywise. They're like, you know what? We're tired of you taking our friends and our everything. We're gonna take out the monster, and they are able to a degree, but not really. The next thing in this one, you see them as adults. It's not quite as a great a transition as the newer ones, but you see them as adults dealing with. Basically, they leave Derry and continue their life after they're able to. You're a good girl. This isn't BAF. I'm not going to hit you with nothing.
No.
We snack. We eat the foods. The
I
foods
like
are delicious.
Chipotle chips.
They're delicious. I don't blame you. And that's the sound that Pennywise made when he ate Georgie.
Not fucking cannibalism. Fuck off, bitch.
It's not cannibalism. He's a monster.
It still looks like a person.
Technically, he's an alien.
Doesn't matter. We don't eat people. People don't eat people.
In the documentary.
FYI, hashtag people don't eat.
Yeah.
Hashtags no, not a fan of cannibalism.
In the documentary, they talk about that one part was cut out of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Was where apparently a fireman was supposed to return Georgie to his mother at their house.
Like the body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the arm is gone and he's dead and like she
Loses
cries
it. Yeah.
forever and ever and ever. But so I have not read the book. So you reading the book, that wouldn't have fallen with the storyline at all.
I mean, he does.
Because if he was
actually,
eaten by the clown, right?
No. Actually, it is and it isn't. He is not completely devoured in the book.
Okay.
He is being held by a neighbor who was up the street who basically saw him go down. But it basically ends with him describing that the child was dead and then describing the bone just jutting out from where the arm should be.
Well,
that's the end of the chapter.
All of the deaths, they talk about mutilated children.
Oh, yes.
So, like, there's
Oh,
definitely, he's not consuming them. Not consuming them.
That will be. Hold on, do that again because that's going to be a soundbite.
He's not consuming.
That's going to be.
Yeah. No, he's not. He's not eating. I can't say consume. He's not eating them whole. He's leaving pieces behind.
Yes.
Fucking.
Yes.
Would you like a chip?
No, I don't want to eat.
Oh my goodness. So anyway, they're able to make basically defend off Pennywise.
Malort and talking about people eating people doesn't work for my tummy.
It's so
I'm
great.
sorry.
Sure, feels good, right?
All right, well let's fast forward.
You don't like eating people?
So they go and try,
Devouring.
and they end up taking on. They end up taking on Pennywise when they're young and basically getting him to retreat, but not kill him. Then they flashes forward and they're adults. And it's been 27 years. The only one who stays behind is Mike Hanlon. He becomes like their local historian, librarian, and he starts going back through history of Derry. And he's starting to see all of these crazy occurrences that have mass casualties every 27 years, but 30 in the series.
So if Pennywise's initial thing is to go after the innocence of children, then why is he...
and to feed. He has to feed.
Right. So to feed on the innocence of children. Why is he going after their adult
Because they
counterparts?
got away. It's personal. It's a
Okay.
vendetta for Pennywise.
Okay.
These are the brats that bested me. These are the brats that brought attention to what I've been doing since the dawn of time.
So when he came back...
It was an ego trip.
When he came back, when they became adults...
He didn't come back with the intention of getting them. He came back to eat again.
That's right. Because then
And
they came to the town,
Because they came to
right?
the town,
Came
and he
back.
was trying to
He
tell
was-
them to
no,
leave.
no, no.
He was
So-
like, just go.
Start
Like,
messing
you
with
can't-
my
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go
So,
back now.
Keep in mind,
before it's too late.
It started
Yada, yada.
because the bodies started showing up again.
Yeah.
Right. that's
Children
right.
started
Okay.
disappearing. Children started dying. And Mike Hanlon was like, shit, it's time.
Yeah.
He became the
We made this
perpetual.
pact.
He became the perpetual watchkeeper.
Yeah.
Like he's like, uh-oh. He's back because they did make the pact. Now, Snow, you asked me earlier about the orgy thing. In the book, it's weird. Is it like it's not like written pornographically or anything like that? And
Thankfully.
anything like that. It's not like you're reading anything just like that. It's written supposed to be like they're doing this to
Become
bond
adults
and become
or something?
adults
Yeah.
and get rid of their innocence and to basically keep Pennywise off their scent type thing, and they're bonding
That's
over
why they ran the
Jewel.
train on Bev?
Yeah, it's weird. Again, lots of fucking drugs. Lots of drugs. Lots of drugs. Lots of drugs. Lots of drugs. And and believe me, to this day, I'm even like, really? Really, Steven? Really, Steven? I'm confused.
Sorry, listeners. That's
No.
just, you know.
What? It'd be
I mean-
better if they had a song.
Oh, sweet goodness. Here comes the peanut gallery because, you know, why
I had
not?
to mention a train.
I know. There we go.
Somebody's
So,
behind you. Toot, toot.
I'm aware. I can
Toot,
feel him
toot.
breathing on me. I literally feel him breathing on me. All right. So, anyways, but no, it was supposed to be written in his mind, I guess, as basically like if they got rid of the innocence, it would basically. All right. So they've aged up.
Yes.
All right. They're living their own lives, and they are surprisingly successful in their lives. You have Belle Denbrough, who's become this renowned writer who's now working in Hollywood with this actress wife, who's like the hottest thing since, you know, sliced bread.
What the hell was that?
What was that? Snow.
What the hell was that? I heard that.
Ruh-roh.
Thanks, Snow. I gotta
It's
break to eat my food.
time to get and hi, we're live, and due to us being on with our people, hello people, I got a
Instagram
nice fuck me running.
Follow
so now
us
I get
at
to
Barrel Aged Chicks at Instagram.
woo.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I am Snow.
You're
underscore
Buckery.
BAC.
Ha.
What'd you get?
Hey Ron, you gotta do a Malort cocktail with your punishment shot.
Yay!
Why does Ron have to do it?
Because she's
I'm
sober.
Sammy.
So he has to take
So if it's
it.
anything with alcohol, then Ron has to take my shot.
Oh, I see.
It's
So-
a nice little fuck you
What's
for
your
hosting.
what's your punishment shot?
That's his husband tax
Yeah.
for having an amazing wife like me.
All right, so
Oh.
we're gonna do this. This is for mine. For what did I do wrong?
You
Oh,
said a
my
name.
watch talked to me.
Oh no, your watch sure.
Yeah.
Sure did. Okay, ready?
Fucking bullshit.
What's it say? A big fuck you by Ragnar.
Oh fuck!
Great.
Ooh. Well,
Great.
that's at home.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is not gonna be fun though.
Oh wait, we did this on? We're on air.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're on air.
we're live. Oh yeah,
I didn't know
honey.
if we were just like live
Red
on
is-
there or
no,
like
babe.
live here.
Red
Either
is
way.
dead. We's live.
Well, I
Hello,
can't see
Ragnar.
the button.
Hi. You get to
The
fuck me.
popcorn is
Pop 'em up
covering
for
the button.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
I do.
No,
your drink.
but like on
I
air.
can see it now. Thank you.
Even better.
That's Patreon. But no, we
Okay.
get to.
on
The wheel.
What?
The
No.
wheel says you have to, not
The wheel said I gotta fuck
not
her?
the table. The wheel.
Be
Whoa,
nice.
The table.
I love you. I have
There's
to work in the
snacks there.
morning.
I'm looking away.
Depending on who you ask, there's another snack.
Oh dear.
I am a snack. A big fucking fat one.
Malort cocktail.
Shut your face hole.
Gin and watermelon.
I like to snack on the snow.
Hey Ragnar. Ragnar.
I'm a snow cone.
Do you want a snow snack? Does Ragnar want to lick the snow cone?
Whoa!
He
all
licked
right.
me earlier during the show.
Oh,
And then I licked
whoa.
him. Well, no, I licked him first.
There's so much.
Because he's mine.
And we claimed it.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna come out of the
We
sultry.
really need video eventually.
Oh, it'll be amazing. All right, hold on. We're gonna have Snow take her punishment and get a little.
Oh, my best is coming
back
over
it
to
up.
take his
No,
shot
so-
with me.
No.
Wait
Oh,
for me.
solidarity.
We got this.
Where's yours?
What?
Oh,
He's
pouring
making it. It's going to be something phenomenal.
All right.
watermelon, gin, and Malort.
I know. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. No, wait, hold on.
Oh,
I
you
got
have
that
it?
one. I do. Wait a minute. Is it-
Jeopardy.
Oh, this stuff's
that's not
nasty.
it.
Oh, that was magical.
Magical. I'm playing with buttons.
Bishop.
No vicious voices. What is that?
Oh, I like
is that
that
porno
one.
music?
That's kind
I
of cool.
guess.
Sounds like Mario Kart.
Oh,
You
no.
do have
Stop
it.
playing with the buttons.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Shit.
Do you have your drink?
No, he's still making
Come
something.
on.
All right. I'll find out what it is afterwards. All
Lay
right.
down.
Oh, hold on.
Cheers, best.
There it is.
Cheers.
Found
Are
it.
we on?
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
We are
Okay,
on.
Ready? There we go. It's coconut rum and club soda.
Oh, there you go.
That's good.
It's not bad.
There you go. Not a bad toasty.
It's way better than Malort.
Yeah, she needed a palate cleanser. Nicely done, sir.
Okay.
You are a gentleman. Sorry.
I like the coconut. Okay.
You broke it.
I love you, Ragnar. And your broken finger.
All right, so.
So then you have a doctor?
No, he's a man. Men
I mean,
don't go to doctors.
I didn't go to the doctor for this.
I had her pop it back in.
Oh my gosh, it was the grossest. No, he literally walked over to me and he's like, pull it, pull it. And it was like all like 18 shades of crooked. And I was like,
18 shades of crooked?
Yes. And then I was like, I don't want to. I was afraid I was going to mess it up. But I pulled and like snapped it back into place. And then I was so grossed out afterwards because I don't do.
It was basically every joint was going a
sweet
different
mother.
way.
So,
but I fixed it maybe or broke it more. We don't know. We'll find out later.
You press the button underneath and the deer just
yeah, I might be an ICU nurse, but I do not do broken bones. No.
Yeah, that was different for me.
So speaking of snapping of bones,
okay.
So we have Ben Hanscom, who became this thin, athletic, successful architect. You have Beverly, who like basically ends up with like this guy, and she's
she dates her father.
Yeah, basically.
More incest.
What? No.
Yeah, like there's a lot there.
He's abusive.
He's abusive in many ways.
In the books, is the father a pedophile?
No. In the books. Oh, sorry.
It alludes to several variants of abuse, but it doesn't spell it
in
outright.
the remakes. Isn't the father a
Yes.
pedophile?
Oh,
okay,
no.
so that's
they
where
make him.
that's where I
make him
found it.
straight.
so.
They make him straight creepy in the remakes.
Okay,
My little girl.
I knew that was somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've only seen the remakes once, and
I'm surprised that you watched them.
Me too.
I'm actually impressed.
There is no Spooter.
Oh, there's not? I don't remember. I think I blacked the whole fucking movie out.
There's no spider in the new one.
Well, good. But I don't like the Bill Skarsgård. Like the whole thing. That's why I can't stand your animated.
You don't like that he can literally drift his eyeball?
It's fucking
It's amazing.
disgusting.
No, I'm good.
It is
It's the whole
absolutely
face.
disgusting.
It's the child voice that is terrifying. I hate that you do it. It's
Yep.
I won't
I'm
do it
not
right
watching
now.
it ever. Nope.
Don't. It's good.
I'm good.
You're good.
So-
I will say, I think it was way more like
condensed,
intense than the original. Because the original, I was just like, God, it takes forever for them to get through their little backstories and then to get to just a tiny bit of action.
So
it was very
the,
slow.
The newest one's more condensed.
It's more condensed and it's faster paced.
Part one is the kid story, and part two is the adult
Oh,
story.
I see. So they don't do like one
basically
kid, adult, and kid.
No, it's like the mini series, but it's two different movies.
Instead of it flipped the so you have the kid basically battle off. They send him into hibernation.
Yeah.
And
then the second movie is 30 years later.
And it's 30 years later, and they pick it up.
Got it.
And that way they are very similar in how they did it.
Yeah.
So we're now 30 years later, and all of the Loser Club, minus Mike Hanlon, have gone out and done very well in the world, but they have forgotten about Derry, and they've forgotten about everything. Stan Uris becomes a successful lawyer and everything else. But then as the bodies start to show up, kids start going missing, Mike blows the whistle. Hey, you guys, we made this pact. We said we were going to, if this thing came back, we're going to take it out. That's what Bill said, everything else. In the meantime, real quick, I want a backstory. In the meantime, the other antagonist that eventually gets used by Pennywise is the bully, Henry Bowers. He is this kid who gets beat up at home, sadly, by his father. So he's become a bully, so he beats up other people. And he is a nasty piece of work in this. I mean, he's trying to carve into Ben Hanscom's stomach. He is a really gnarly bully, just terrible, with homicidal tendencies. Him and his little cronies, Belch and Patrick Hostetter. Hostetter is important because he's used in the newer ones when the second part, basically, when Henry Bowers goes like
crazy.
They already think that he's crazy because they basically pin all of the Pennywise murders on Henry Bowers. Because he does, in the new ones, he like stabbed his dad, but in the books, he did, I feel like he like choked him. I don't know. Anyways, but he snaps. He snaps.
After looking into the deadlights. Yeah.
Yes. After looking into the deadlights, because he, like Hochstetter, are abducted. Hochstetter, however, gets eaten and then is used as a device to basically manipulate Bowers. And that's something that we will get into, but let's finish up synopsis real quick. So then they come back, they end up rallying, they end up fighting. Two die in the process, but then they vanquish Pennywise and good triumphs over evil. Yay! Woo-hoo. And there was much rejoicing.
Much rejoicing. Where's that woo button? That's when it comes in handy.
There you go. And so I'm not going to push it again. I'm actually going to go back to my clips before I have it do applause when I need it to actually do something. So then now that we have the synopsis, I want to talk about, because this is the Tim Curry Trifecta, I want to talk about Tim Curry.
Okay.
No.
All right. Yes.
No, I'm not going to.
It's my show.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Murky.
All right.
Oh, that was loud. Sorry.
That's okay. So real quick, I want to play 2 clips because these are fantastic. It kind of shows the more monster side of Pennywise, because we know the fun-loving side when you have him doing this, which is...
I can hear that.
Whose phone is it?
I'm just saying, I heard
Ray's
someone's
dead.
phone.
So whose phone is it? Then Ron gets a punishment shot.
There it is. Turn your volume off,
Red
man.
is dead. Red is dead. If I get a fucking
times.
punishment shot because it's streaming, you get one because it's on.
Welcome to Barrel Aged Chicks, where we punish the barrel aged dick.
I gave you the Stu courtesy stare.
Hashtag new tagline.
Barrel aged dick.
Do you want to be punished?
Do you want to be punished?
I gave you the Stu courtesy stare.
Call me daddy.
That's right. All right. So while they are being that, I'm going to continue. All righty. So, all right. We've got Pennywise that we all know as this, he portrays this innocence character, this child, this dancing, or I'm sorry. He presents this dancing clown to lure children. And here is one of the examples.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do?
But he's not luring children at this point. He's taunting the adults.
Yes.
Yeah.
But just to make a point.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It was Buzzkill Snow here. Welcome to my show.
The party's meh.
That's not
The party is meh.
The party is meh.
That's our new t-shirt.
Great. Yeah, the party's meh.
All right. But then you
I
have...
would show my shirt, but that's just too much boobs.
That's
man.
a lot of boobs.
It's a lot of boobs.
Large tracts of land. Snow is blessed with large tracts of land.
Dang, you
I gotta
filled
admit,
it up.
that looks downright yummy, whatever
Looks
it is.
like a chocolate martini.
Yeah, what is it? What you got in their cup there, Yen? Tell our listeners what your
I think
Yen
it's
tail
wow,
is.
this tastes really good. The Kraken.
It's banana cream moonshine.
What is it, Ron? Come to the mic.
Yep.
Ron, come to the mic.
It is the banana cream moonshine mixed with the Kraken black roast coffee.
Ooh, thank
It
you, bartender
is
Ron.
Freaking amazing.
I like your butt. It's cute. Hell yeah.
You still have to spin the wheel, man.
Yeah, you got a punishment.
Thank you. That was absolutely delicious.
Woo! Can I smell it?
Of course you
Turn
can.
your volume off, dude.
It smells like
Turn it off
bananas.
because it-
Hey, Ragnar.
I don't know how to get it to you. Oh, I had to take my headset off. Give me a second.
All right.
Good spin.
Daddy picks.
Oh, that would be your wife. She's your daddy tonight.
I'm your daddy.
What's my punishment, daddy?
What's my punishment, Daddy?
Ooh, hello.
Right in my ears.
Oh, poor Mouse. Mouse, I'm sorry, Mouse. All right.
I should have known to just like.
You know what?
She feels gross now.
Let's do a 3x3. Let's do watermelon gin, Malort, and absinthe.
Oh.
That does sound
Absinthe.
horrible.
Absinthe.
over here.
Bless his little heart. Goot was talking to me about it last night, and he kept saying, absence, absence, absence. I'm like, you're not absent from class, my guy.
Must be good. We love
Not
good.
absence.
I didn't say anything because he was sloshed. I'm like, yep.
He had such a good time, though.
It is what
He
you
did. It was hilarious.
All right. I believe I don't have.
No, you don't have one. It was just him.
Oh my God, it's become habit. I'm just like spinning it at this point. I'm like, I feel like I should
No,
be
don't do
punished.
that. Don't take a punishment by
Thank you,
volunteer.
favorite. Thank you. Yummy. You double check bottle? I did. You're the bestest. Oh, that's crumber-de-lamb-shows.
All right.
All right. So you have this fun-loving side of Pennywise.
Yeah.
And then you have the monster.
Yeah.
The monster of many faces. The eater of worlds. And he is best portrayed here.
Hurry, Bev, kill it!
Kill? Me? Oh, you are priceless, rat. I am eternal, child. I am the eater of worlds and of children. And you are next.
I definitely prefer the creepy voice over the jokester voice. I just
Do you know why?
Why?
It sounds like darkness.
Not really.
Yes.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
I definitely, when he says the I am eternal line, it reminds me so much of his monologue
No,
in
I
Legend.
can't. I honestly, because I think he's kind of transformative, so I can't put the two of them together.
Really?
Yeah.
This one I think has more character to his voice than Darkness did.
Yeah.
Well, darkness, you had a seduction. Here, it's just that
It's just
evil.
evil.
The
bite.
variant of lifelessness.
Yes, yes. There is that detachment with Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And there was a lot of passion in
And
darkness.
yes, there was.
That's not here. But I will say that, like, I don't know. I just find like his whole like shtick where he's the clown telling the bad jokes, and I was like, why are y'all fucking scared of this thing? Because I found him very bland and boring. Like, just like,
That part was kind of annoying. That was like,
I was like, God, I don't know.
I loved it.
And it's one of those things, like, as a kid, it was effective. As an adult, it really wasn't. And I don't know if it's just because I'm older and I had seen it before. But even like, I don't know, just looking at it, I hadn't seen it in a very, very long time.
No,
I didn't find Tim Curry as interesting in this as I was like expecting, even though I had seen it before. I don't know. I just couldn't get behind it.
I don't know. See, I have to go polar opposite and disagree. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to hold that thought train so
What you
that
drinking?
Ron can do his punishment.
So the drink that I'm drinking that Sammy brought up to me is absinthe,
yeah, you did good.
Malort, and watermelon gin.
Sounds
and
delicious.
It smells horrible.
Sounds delicious. Enjoy, bitch.
I'm calling that the scrum-diddly-umptious.
Oh,
Are you going to hold his puke in your hands?
well, I don't want it on me.
She's done that.
Your hands is on you.
All right, well, here, you know what? Here,
It's also going to go in your lap if
in
he projectile
dedication
vomits.
to BAC.
She's got it like an airplane bag.
Dedication to BAC. Here goes.
Don't waste your chips. You can puke on the floor.
Interesting. That was in a horrible. Okay.
That's like
Actually, that was good.
really,
Tastes like pure licorice.
really
Ew, gross.
Yeah.
Remember that one we did the other night?
crazy.
The birth plug, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was so gross looking. It did. It looked like an abscess.
It was absinthe, blackberry liqueur, and Bailey's.
Ugh.
Oh, and it curdled.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet.
it curdled.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bailey's.
It was hard to watch.
I had a blast making it.
Yeah, you did.
Would you
Yes,
say
did.
birth
Yeah,
plug?
that's what it looked like. Legitimately,
disgusting.
that's what we called it. We called it that on the
mucus
air.
plug.
Yeah, that's what, I'm like. That's what comes out right
That's
before
like my
baby.
drink for Underworld. They called it a menstrual clot.
Menstrual clot.
I was like, I was trying to make it pretty. You guys suck.
The guys are mean.
They are mean.
But we love them.
Yeah.
All right.
Most of the time.
So,
Meh.
well, one thing I did a little research, and one thing that I found very, very funny is that Tim Curry is a massive chlorophobic.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, to the point to where he wasn't the makeup artists weren't allowed to have him facing the mirror when they did his makeup. There weren't allowed to be any reflective surfaces towards him when he was in makeup because he was that afraid. And one makeup artist almost got fired because she gave him a mirror while she was working on him.
How does this look? Don't.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Pretty much. You're done. Like that's how that conversation went.
Yeah, so that kind of cracks me up is that he's super famous for being a clown and he's afraid of clowns,
Doesn't
like
even like him.
deathly afraid of
Oh
clowns.
yes. Well, thank you, Snow, because this actually launched me into my next great talking point, which is Snow suffers from chlorophobia. Obviously,
Who does?
I thought you did.
No,
Maybe
You're not afraid of clowns?
Just
No.
strong dislike.
no, I don't even care.
About clowns?
She doesn't like Pennywise.
that
I
was
don't
like
like Pennywise. Oh, it's clown. Okay, it's like
It's
specific.
animatronic that said fuck y'all in the hallway.
It's
Pennywise.
specifically fucking Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise.
Oh, okay.
It's that look. Something about it. I just
hate him.
I
don't
don't
like
hate him.
him.
I don't know him. I can't hate somebody I don't know. But I'm just, it's not personal. She
just doesn't like his
He just
face.
creeps you out.
out.
He creeps you out. All right.
I mean, that was the point, so it works.
No, I mean, he plays in horror
to
movies.
the point where I
so-
can't be around your fucking fake one. But
Okay.
Yep.
So it is Pennywise specific. All right. I apologize.
No,
Snow does not have claustrophobia. Arachnophobia.
Arachnophobic,
That's
to a severe degree.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. So, all right, but chlorophobia, since you brought it up, was actually it was interesting. So they actually kind of style similar to sharks.
Wait, what did you
What did
give
you
her?
give Mouse?
Clearly, it wasn't a good.
That tastes like rubbing alcohol. Had sex with a highlighter.
Ew.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You take the card.
Did you taste it?
Take the debit card, and I'll keep the alcohol. Fuck me. Try it.
Was he just giving
Take
this
a
to you to
bigger
try?
swig, you bitch.
I was like, can you make me something yummy?
Oh,
That's apparently not yummy. You failed at yummy.
It's all good. I'm gonna get drunk. I can taste it off
do
of
you,
it.
do you want to try the banana coffee?
I was gonna say, you want to try that? That looks amazing.
There's more room if you want me to make something different.
In it.
She's like, no, throw it in the sink.
I hope our viewers saw that face.
Hold
That
on,
was
let's move
amazing.
faster. Check
I
it out.
zoomed in on it. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Crystal, we love you.
Just open
There
it
you
up
go,
and drop it
girl.
down.
Get it. Now. Ooh. Oh, she needed 2 palate cleansers, bro. Do better, Chase.
That was like my tray palette cleanser, but
Yeah.
but I knew what I was getting into.
We're calling that the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Did you want to try this or no?
Hey,
Oh, no, Bishop.
Bad boy.
No.
Hey, Rod, you just
Doggo.
got payback for all the shit I did to you. Woo.
Oh, yeah, she just got a nasty stroke. Hey, get away. There's cords.
Oh, I feel like I just face fucked
Lay
with
down.
flour.
Do you want to try this?
Yeah.
I'll take a sip.
Well, that sounds nice. As a person who kills green things,
Yeah, I
think
heard that
that's nice.
happened, by the way.
What?
Not
Your
your
poor
peanut banana,
spider
that's not-
or snake plant went kaput.
It's still alive.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I told you
haven't
she had
killed it
another
yet.
plant that was murdered by the group of children.
Apparently had a different
Which
plan
one?
to cite a murder.
Remember we were talking about it when we hung out? You said that you had one plant that was group killed by the doggo and your
I mean, plants don't live in my house. They don't have a chance. That's why this one's named is not a fucking chance.
She and I went out and hung out and we got her
No,
a
that's-
bouquet of wooden roses.
I did. I got wood roses. I can't kill those.
No, that's
I
good.
might set them on fire by accident, but they're not going to
Only
like
if
die
there's a
by
spitter on it.
They're not going to die by. That's true. I do use a torch.
Only if there's a spider
I
on
think
it.
You
you've
don't
seen
water
me
your
use a
plants with a torch.
No,
No. Spiders. She doesn't do spiders.
Oh, there was a
No.
spider on the plant, and the plant died.
The plant was it's called a collateral damage.
The plant was sacrificed.
I'm surprised
Oh
I
my
didn't
God.
burn
Death of
down my
spider.
house trying to get rid of a spider one time.
Oh, goodness.
I was using a blowtorch.
You can ask Chase. I've called him from the shower.
So I'm guessing you're
before.
not a big fan of Charlotte's Web.
Won't no no.
We will not be reviewing Charlotte's Web on
No,
these.
come
You
on.
can. You can. I won't be a part of it.
It's
on,
not even a real
arachnoquake.
spider.
It doesn't matter.
I mean, we can just do
don't-
arachnophobia if we're doing that.
I mean, I'm not going to be here, so you guys have fun, and I won't listen either.
So
I will be there in spirit, but my spirit
how
will
did
be.
you get through this movie?
I closed my
the
eyes
very
like a
end?
child with my fingers. No kidding.
Like I do, it's
We're
like
sitting
scenes.
there, and I was like
Your
this,
show, I guess.
and I would do this. I'm like, oh, still
Is
there.
it over yet?
I'm like, still there.
Snow.
Yeah.
I love that you watched it for me. So thank
I
you.
did. I mean,
No, that's
the
amazing.
spider's not until the very
Yeah.
end,
I
so
know.
it doesn't matter. But like, yeah,
No,
like when they're
the rest
kicking
of it, she was just
when
like-
they're kicking it and they're throwing it over, and I'm like, fucking done. Like,
Just die already.
yeah, like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm done. Yeah, literally like a toddler covering my eyes for a horror scene. I can't.
Oh my goodness.
And
Everybody got their
beh-
thing.
Well, the thing is like my arachnophobia is severe. I like if I see a spider, I have nightmares.
Mm-hmm.
And I had such a severe nightmare at one point. Ragnar and I were in this little beatnik trash motel in Podunk, Texas, driving cross country. And I had a severe nightmare about a spider like attacking, like a giant spider. I rolled out of the bed asleep and slammed my head against a wall and gave myself a concussion.
Oh my gosh.
Like
Jeez.
I've been bitten by a brown recluse and ended up in the hospital and had to have surgery.
Holy
like
crap.
yeah,
So
like
that-
I
Is that what stemmed your fear of spiders?
No, this was
or-
like way
So-
later. I've had this forever.
Do you know what started it? Or you
Probably the movie Arachnophobia when I
Oh,
was a little girl.
And how old were you when you watched that?
I don't know, little. I mean, when we were young, there was no filtering of ages. Shit,
No,
I
it was
like
on
8
TV, you
when I
watched it.
saw
Oh.
Under Siege with my parents, and I'm like, oh, that's what boobs look like. Like fuck, you know.
The film The Rising Sun has
I know.
a really
I saw it when I was young.
my dad
With
took
my
me-
dad.
My dad took me when I was 5.
Yeah, my
it was a totally different world.
He had it on Laserdisc, and we were just
Yeah,
watching.
your
so I'm-
Laserdisc.
I know.
No, when
I don't know.
When I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons. So you,
I
didn't
mom
watch
said I was
anything like
played
this.
the arcade
My-
game.
My mom said that I shouldn't have watched The Simpsons, but we totally watched The Simpsons.
Yeah,
we
no,
just stayed
it's-
upstairs. And she'd hear it. She'd be like, "I know I can watch it," and I'd be like,
I
"Where's
don't
the
think I even watched the entire. I'm sure I didn't watch the entire Arachnophobia movie, but I saw just enough of it to make
terrify
it
you.
stick.
You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I can't do it, and like I hear stories, and it's
All right, we're gonna mosey away from the 8-legged.
Cool.
We're gonna.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be listening to a book for a long time before I go to sleep tonight to get that shit out of my head. Thanks.
It's a big branch off the main story.
No, it's good.
My bad.
We're fine.
Well,
Everything's
we
fine.
are fine. We are so fine.
All right.
Bishop. Hey boys, you guys fail at your job.
Yeah, your job is to wrangle the dogs.
Come on, man, dude. One job.
Yeah.
I thought he was attached to the bar chairs.
Well,
You know what? Y'all have one job too.
To try
yeah,
to get
we
this show
can't do
done.
our job when you aren't doing your job.
I thought y'all were good at multitasking.
Anyways, back to it.
Don't
So,
fuck. Oh, you better back up.
So, anyways,
Got no words.
So, the thing is that chlorophobia was what it did with chlorophobia or the fear of clowns, because people to this day, much like Snow, are like, I'm terrified of clowns because of Tim Curry's Pennywise, specifically Tim Curry's, because it affected an entire like generation.
Yeah.
It did very similarly what basically Jaws did to fear of sharks.
Yeah.
It made people legit scared of clowns.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was everywhere. You know, this thought of like basically the creepy clown or the murdering clown, whatever, the killer clown, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. And then you had John William Gacy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
you were
it was
asking
John Wayne Gacy.
John. Oh no, I said his name wrong. James.
should I
James.
Google?
Hold on. No, I got it.
It's not James.
No, it's not James.
It's John.
John William Gacy. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
sure.
sure.
I thought it was John Wayne Gacy for some reason.
Maybe it is Wayne.
Wayne? Will?
It might be Wayne. Hold on. John.
That was Will. No. Wayne.
John William Gacy. No, I
Oh,
got
okay.
it. Okay, I didn't
All right.
research. I did it. I got it. I get my gold star.
Hey, Google.
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Woo. All right. So you have John William Gacy, who was a serial killer. His crime spree ran from 1977 to 78. And in that time, he killed a minimum, because they're still wondering if there were more, but 33 victims. He would, they would be young boys that he would rape, torture, and murder, and then he would bury them under his house. Damn. And his residence has been torn down since then, but he was confessed in December 22nd of 1978, and then was executed on May 17th of 1942. I'm sorry.
Wait.
No. Take that back. Born. I went back in time.
We don't math.
Ha. I'm sorry. He was born in May 17th of 1942. He was killed by lethal injection at the Stateville Correctional Center in Crest Hill, Illinois, by lethal injection on May 10th, 1994.
He got off easy.
And so John William Gacy would go around as Pogo the Clown or Patches the Clown, and he would basically he would go as full makeup. He did kids' birthday parties, which made it that much creepier because the age of his victims, and he would do horrific things. And he was a monster and, everything else. But you had this growing fear already in 1990 of Pennywise, and he didn't get executed until 94. So people had already been scared the shit when he came out, and he would literally paint his face in a way that he would use sharp angles, which they don't recommend for clowns because it looks menacing and scary especially for small children, because they're like the main shapes, they're just the hard edges. He would purposely do that. Like he would have his mouth very over-exaggerated, very sharp. And it just, again, you had this serial killer brought about this whole thing. And you had Pennywise, and it really did. It scared everybody. Chlorophobia, everything went up. To this day, you have people who are still terrified of clowns because of Tim Curry's portrayal in this film.
Well, don't forget, right around when I think it was Donald Trump came in office, there was a killer clowns out in the woods for the longest time.
And they did that out in Georgia where we lived. They were out there.
It was all throughout. I think it was our coast of the United States. It was just clowns fucking everywhere.
Yeah, scaring the crap out of people. Yep.
It's terrifying. I mean, and again, here we go. We're still seeing it, and it's 2023. I mean, it's crazy.
I don't have chlorophobia. I'm not scared of clowns by any means, but
I don't like people creeping over my woods either.
If it's a clown anywhere outside of a circus, you don't fucking belong.
No.
I'm sorry. Birthday parties don't even count. If you're outside of a big top, take the face paint off.
Right?
It's not a fear of clowns. It's just
it's creepy.
Yes.
It's creepy.
And it's not creepy of like, oh, they're different. No, it's
the intention behind why
it looks menacing.
Yeah, why are you trying to hide what your face looks like, really? Why are you just kind of, and even to the degree of like someone just standing there like holding a balloon, like not moving, like why are you being that fucky?
Yeah.
Because people like to fuck with people's minds. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And actually, that's what Tim Curry does as Pennywise.
Mindfucker.
Yes, he does. And he does it in many ways. I mean, he literally has, in the book, he has 30 to 32 forms. I'm not going to even remotely go through all of these.
Oh, yeah, he's a shapeshifter.
Yes,
I mean,
he's
I knew that, but I didn't know he
alien.
went through that many different shapes.
So in this version, you only really see, like, you get to see him as a werewolf, which came from I Was a Teenage Werewolf. Keep in mind, when this came out, again, 1990, these are influenced by a lot of the classic horror movie monsters.
Well, it was the movies that came out in the 60s.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So you had him as a werewolf. You had him, you got to see him with the dead lights. They were presented as dead children in all of them. He was Stanley Uris's head in the 90 version. Also, he was the Ghost Moon, which is what drove Bowers insane. And then you had the giant, won't say the name.
It's fine.
All right, the giant spitter.
And Bev's dad, right?
The dad, as well as, it might be all of them, actually. And then, of course, as Pennywise himself. So real quick, those are just a handful. Also, in the book, he became a mummy. He became Creature from the Black Lagoon. In the new ones, he became Leper. He became a crawling eye, which they did a nod to in the 2017 as one of the little monsters in the Chinese restaurant.
All right.
He was seen as Jaws, piranhas, Patrick Hostetter, Paul Bunyan, a giant statue of Paul Bunyan, Dracula. Oh my goodness, there's so many. I mean, there's Frankenstein monster, all of these things. Just this Georgie, of course, as another main one to lure Bill, our protagonist, the leader of the Losers Club. So, I mean, he literally goes through all of these different ways, and he utilizes all of the different ways to manipulate the loser kids, to make them weak, to separate them, to isolate them, to try to break them down. And it's really, really fascinating because, again, Tim Curry he had less than 20 minutes of screen time in this whole film.
It feels like a lot, but it really wasn't.
It really wasn't. And that is where his acting propelled him through it. I mean, he gave so much life to such a short amount. I mean, this is a 3 hour and 12-minute thing.
Yeah.
20 minutes, less than 20 of that has Tim, and his impact in less than 20 minutes has affected generations of people. That's bananas.
It's kind of like the movie Halloween. You only see Michael for like 6 minutes?
Yeah, but it terrifies people to this day. Babysitters don't want to be left alone.
Yeah.
And so, real quick, I want to play this one where he's mocking Richie Tozer, one of the losers, who is played by Seth Green and then becomes Harold Anderson.
Which Seth Green, I was like, what the fuck? And he looks so
so tall.
young. He's so young. And, well, he's tall compared to the 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
that was the thing because he's only like 5 foot something. But
but he showed up early. Apparently,
Yeah,
he was a tall kid.
That's as high as he got.
So here we have Pennywise talking to Richie.
Beep, beep, Richie. Come back anytime.
So he's mocking him there, and then I meant to mention, so when Mike Hanlon calls them back, there is one of the loser club, Stanley Uris, who does not come back with the rest of the losers. He decides to punch out. He ends up slitting his wrists. And again, apology, this is a disclaimer. suicide mentioning, hope that trigger warning, whatever you have to say. He ends up killing himself and then marking it in blood. And that actually was done in the book, and it was portrayed in the miniseries. It stayed true to the book.
Yeah.
So here we have Bill. Again, Bill being the main protagonist because he's the one that rallied the losers. He's the one that brought together the, against Bowers. He brought it against Pennywise. So Pennywise has a personal vendetta against Bill. And Bill, he killed Georgie. Pennywise killed his brother. So we now have Bill as an adult coming back, trying to summon up the courage to basically take on Pennywise again. And here we have this.
Take your pick, Billy boy. Oh, except for the one on the end. That's already taken. Sorry.
So again, you have him tapping into that pain of realizing that I killed your friend, I killed your brother.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because he does that at Georgie's gravesite.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And the way of the mocking and the way that he goes after Eddie Kaspbrak in the shower when they're most vulnerable and just preys upon it. Just he wants to It's so effective when you're talking again about a man who less than 20 minutes of time.
Yeah.
It's hauntingly good. And so for me, even...
Well, he's a super charismatic person.
And that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Which, for me, I know that you said you thought it was boring and drag.
Yeah.
But I just have to, just idolize Tim Curry's ability and his chops and the way that he manipulates his voice. Because, again, even in this instance, he was still in 3 to 5.5 hours of makeup for Pennywise. And after Legend, which we hope that you will catch our episode that has already dropped about Legend, he was almost phobic of makeup and prosthetics. He did not want to do it.
Yeah.
So they literally had to sweeten the pot, and basically anytime that he goes to a different form, the werewolf, anything additional to Pennywise the Dancing Clown, he had extras.
Yeah, they did use different actors for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would be surprised if they used him for some of those because you can't tell it's who it is behind all that makeup anyway.
No,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
And that was because, again, after Legend, he was so just exhausted.
Yeah.
He was so exhausted that he's like, I'm not doing that kind of stuff again.
Right. He definitely fought it.
Yeah. But again, and it was just amazing. But you're talking about thick pancake style makeup. That stuff was caked on him to make him that white and to make those starking contrasts. That he actually had a quote about it in an article. I don't have the article on me, but he would say, how do you act under such heavy makeup, essentially? And and how do you carry it through? And basically he goes, it's great fun when you're actually working it, making it part of yourself and finding out what it can do. And both with this and Legend, the fun is that it's very difficult to go too far. These may be famous last words, but to a certain extent, you have to work much more broadly in order to register it all. And that's interesting.
Yeah.
You have to rely on your chops to pull through the strikingness of the costume, basically.
Yeah.
He said this Pennywise and Legend. And I thought that was just kind of really cool.
Yeah.
That he's like, you really have to go to your limits and then another 10 feet. Because if you have these amazing characters that are become pop cultural icons, which he has as not only the Prince of Darkness, Rocky Horror Picture Show, as Frankfurter, now as Pennywise. Tim Curry was triple threat. He has done other amazing roles as well. But these three, to be able to carry so much charisma and physical ability and just give so much life to these creatures that's why we're doing a Tim Curry Trifecta.
Yeah.
He is an amazing, amazing actor.
Sammy, real
Yes,
fast.
ma'am.
Say the doctor's name again from Rocky Horror.
Frankfurter?
Frankenberger. There's an N in there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm like, you're calling him a hot dog.
I am.
Yes. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't
Hot
know.
dog. Sorry.
He was given his hot dog.
He fucking was. Yes.
Catch the Rocky Horror Picture Show episode.
So one thing, I find it very, very hard. It's amazing to fathom that it was like 4 and 5 hours of makeup for the clown makeup, because
I think it said closer to 3. I had 2 different internet sources.
Yeah,
I think it's closer to 3. I think the 5.5 was Legend.
I think it was closer to 5 for Legend.
Yeah,
because that was like full body prosthetics.
Down to the
and
waist,
there's not really prosthetics so much. It's just a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
And you can still see him, as opposed to in Legend when he was completely metamorphed.
Yes. It was the same article.
So yeah, like you can tell
why.
this is you look at him side by side and you're like, yeah, that's the same actor, and you can't do that with his other.
Not with Legend.
With his
No,
other character.
not at all.
Yeah, they definitely tried to put him in different prosthetics during the whole making of the film in the beginnings.
Yeah.
And
that's why he took
I mean,
all the
aside from
people.
his teeth and his contacts, it's him. It's just
the nose, and I think they did make his
I
forehead.
can
a
buy
little
that
bit
at
more-
CVS during Red Clown.
He has like
Red
a
Nose Day.
longer forehead piece. Like there's still a good amount of but it's nothing. Agreed.
Yeah.
And I think the blooper in the article was again. I saw 2 different. So it may have just been my brain.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
And I think the thing that makes Tim Curry is like the smile and like his mouth. I think
And
that's
his voice.
most
And his
Well, yes,
voice.
his voice, but like his facial features. I
His
would
mouth
say-
moves. He's a lot like Jim Carrey. He emotes a lot through whatever's on him.
I have a funny thing about him. They were originally considering him for Eddie Kaspbrak's character.
Oh, really?
Jim Carrey to cast. Yeah.
Which
funny.
one? Eddie?
The asthmatic. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Would he have been small enough?
He would have been young.
He would have been young.
In 80s to film this,
Was he
released
even
in the
an
90s.
actor then?
He was in Mad TV. Wait,
No, in Living Color.
oh, was it in Living Color? Yeah,
Living
yeah, yeah.
Color.
He might have been too old.
Guess I didn't
I don't know. I
realize.
feel like he would be too old.
Well, there's a lot of actors who are like in their 30s and 40s who are still playing.
It may have been
19-year-olds.
for adult Eddie.
Yeah, I know, but
I think it was for adult Eddie.
okay, that would make more sense.
Yeah, it was,
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So
my computer stopped working.
some other so I'm gonna do some fun.
Battery died.
It's all good. No worries.
That's why
So-
I handwrite.
I have some fun
I got phone.
Tim Curry trivia that I did look up because all right, fun things about it, especially in the designing of Pennywise and thinking about it, because Stephen King was a man of humble beginnings, but he didn't have running water. He was poor kid, all of these things in Maine. So he would dream about writing about adventures and everything else. And basically getting away. And then he somehow, basically through years, managed to meld them. And now we have Stephen King amazing books. But for this particular character, he did reference quite a bit to H.P. Lovecraft. Do you have something, Crystal?
Oh, and I was just going to say, my favorite Stephen King quote is he often says he has the heart of a young boy. It's in a glass jar on his desk, but he has the heart of a young boy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that kind of
Not creepy.
is
It's
a
fine.
snapshot into like the psyche of Stephen King. It's one of those things where you're like,
Yeah, he held on to his childlike sense of wonder, but he has it well protected, so that's why some of his books are very like the way they are.
yeah. No, and when you have those Stephen King rabbit holes, much like there's one in this situation, you're like, I'm not sure I follow you, Stephen.
So I have a question for you,
Yeah.
each of you. What is your favorite Stephen King book?
Oh,
Did we go through this? Stephen King book?
favorite Stephen King book?
Or
Never think of
story?
reading-
If you've seen
Oh.
a movie, like what's your favorite Stephen King whatever?
I'm going to go with Langoliers.
What is
Langoliers? Yeah.
With Bronson Pinchot?
I think that one probably. I have not read the book of that, but I probably would.
I've definitely seen the mini series of
Yeah.
that many times.
I remember watching that as a kid, and I think
With
that
the little
really
blind
creeped me
girl
out.
on the plane.
I might need your help, Sammy,
And the crazy man with
which
the
one?
paper ripping.
with my thing for
Yeah.
Stephen.
Oh, which one? What best favorite book?
Well, no, it's a short story of his in the back of somebody else's book, or back of one of his books. I can't remember, but it's a story about this guy who goes on like a flight and he has no sense of smell, and his wife is depressed in bed in their hotel room. And about halfway through the short story, it's a short story, and like he goes to the apartment director's like, dude, there's a terrible smell coming from the apartments, and like he's like, I'm so glad that you're not complaining. It has to be from at least your floor or above. And later on, you find out that she's been dead since he went on this flight, and he's just been like psychosisly being like, "Oh yeah, no, honey, I love you. Have a good day." Good night,
Under
that's
the
it."
Weather
That
is
one?
the name of the short story by Stephen King.
That
Yes, Under the Weather.
that one. Oh my Jiminy Christmas, that was amazing.
I like
It's-
Thinner.
Let's see.
Thinner.
What was that?
That one creeped me out. It was the guy.
That would
who
eat and eat and eat, but he kept getting skinnier.
No, so what the story behind it was is at least I never read the book because I never really got into reading Stephen King, but in the movie he
was cursed.
He hit a gypsy, I think her husband. He hit this gypsy's husband and killed him. So she cursed him to basically starve to death. So he would eat everything he could, but he just like emaciated. And,
he was weathering away.
Yeah,
He was
and it was
cursed.
just the makeup and the visual behind the whole thing was so incredible. And I think that's always one that I kind of enjoy.
That's awesome.
When was that made? Was it?
Oh, it was
in the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the 80s. I think we have it.
Before my time.
Speaking of body horror, I called Tusk.
Huh?
I said, speaking of body horror, I called Tusk.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God, I have to watch Tusk again. Oh, shoot me in the fucking...
Why?
Are you
Did
calling
choose
that
one?
movie?
Tusk
You're
is
talking about like this guy
terrible.
who like was
Tusk
wasting
is
away. I'm like,
terrible.
oh, body horror. Ooh, Tusk.
It's when the guy gets turned into a walrus. It's fucking horrible.
He gets turned into a walrus?
Yes, he now has to live the rest of his life in a walrus suit made out of other people's skins, and his fibias are now his tusks. His fibias.
His legs. Yeah.
They try to rehabilitate him, but he has now lost all trace of humanity. So the only place they can put him is in a zoo, and his girlfriend is looking at him. He's just sitting there eating mackerel, and she's looking up at him, and he like the last traces of humanity. You can see him crying because he recognizes her, and there's this. Oh, it's good.
It's terrible.
It sounds.
But
weird.
I'll watch it for you, Mouse. I'll watch it for you, Mouse.
So what would yours?
Did we do
Jones.
Jens?
What?
Did we get Jens?
She said
Langoliers.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Mine is actually, funnily enough, it is Cycle of a Werewolf.
It's about a werewolf's menstrual cycle.
What?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's not about a menstrual cycle. It is not about a menstrual cycle.
Taking time of the month to a whole
How
new
did
meaning.
he relate to this?
Where is that terrible?
No, you know it was true.
No. Cycle of a
Seriously.
Werewolf is a short story by Stephen King that goes through basically a year, so a month, and every single time there's a werewolf, and as it progresses, you realize that there's this boy. He's handicapped. He tries to fight the werewolf, and ends up eventually finding out, killing him. And I don't want to give away the ending. It's really good. Anyways, I loved it. Ron bought it for me. It was at the time a rare book to find because I had to get it at Borders. And I loved it. I would just reread it and reread it and reread it and reread it because it was the first real werewolf book where I felt they did werewolves justice. Like they depicted the way that I always envisioned them in my brain. And I love me werewolves. They're my favorite. Lycanthropes. Lycanthropes are my favorite, like, what do you call it? What would you call that, Crystal? Mythology?
I believe so.
Mythology? Or
No.
supernatural, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you call it. Anthology? No.
There's a word and it's right on the tip of my tongue.
If I had a laptop.
Oh, well. Get your phones. All right. So anyways, love werewolf. So I was enamored with it. It was my first Stephen King. It was just what
Lore.
Thank you. Lore. Thank you.
I'm like, it's on the tip of my fucking tongue,
Yes.
and I'm like,
folklore. Yes, folklore, lore for short. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mouse. So no, and like I loved werewolves as a kid. I love them to this day. I love the folklore. I love the everything. So that was my first Stephen King book. Was Cycle of the Werewolf. That was a good question, Snow.
Thank you.
All right.
Sometimes I have stuff.
No, you're good.
Nice job.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so what's next?
All right. What is next is
What questions do you have?
Oh, well, first I wanted to share. So Tim's Curry favorite role that I did look up. I was actually kind of surprised.
Curry.
Tim Curry's.
Tim's Curry.
Tim's Curry.
Tim probably does make a
And
good
we
curry.
shall call him Tim. All right. So Tim Curry's favorite role, because I was just curious. Like, I was honestly wondering if it was one of the big heavy guns, but it was not. His favorite role actually was him as Long John Silver in Muppet Treasure Island.
Muppet Treasure Island is great.
Yes.
Yes. So much fun.
In 1996. So that was a fun fact. I found that. Fun fact. Fun facts with
That's
Sammy.
just a fun movie to like
It
play
is.
with.
We should do
so
it.
yeah, I can totally see it.
We should do it. It's
That
fun.
is
I love
what
that movie.
I've got so
knew
many
him
on my
first
list. Somebody else needs to take it.
Yeah.
That's how I knew him first as
Long John Silver.
in that. Yeah.
Oh, then you should take it.
Yeah, it's okay.
You don't want to do it? She's like, I don't like that much.
I'll be a part. I don't have to take it, but
No. We all have like lists that are like this long. So if you want to take it.
She's trying to force it on you.
I am. Okay. I don't have to force anything on her.
Just take it.
I take most of what she gives me.
I know. What's your
And I like it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, from what she's told us, you don't mind it. But I'm like, never mind, you don't.
Nope, I do.
We own it. So I did find another funny thing about Tim Curry because as again we'll mention watching different documentaries. One of the kid actors, the one that played Emily Perkins, she played Beverly Marsh as a child. She actually described like Tim Curry being very like he'd sit and like chain smoke and just like scowl at the kids. But yet then other like if they were like the kid extras and it was like a hard day of shoeing, he would actually like entertain the kids that the kids and the parents actually thought that they hired a clown.
Well, I read that he got a lot of joy when he had the sharp teeth and out of actually scaring the cast.
Oh,
like
yes.
That was his favorite thing.
Yes.
Is
I
he would
can see
literally
he would-
try to
it was
scare the
so-
children.
Totally can see it.
It was so real, everything,
Yeah.
that it creeped out everybody while they were filming.
Yeah.
It like literally scared the ever living out of them.
Yeah.
And again, like I just thought it was super funny, that juxtaposition of just that different energy.
Yeah.
All right. And so the other thing is that the sewer scenes were filmed in a sawmill, which I thought was quite interesting. And here's some original casting ideas. They were thinking of either Rodney or Malcolm McDowell for Pennywise. They also considered Alice Cooper for Pennywise at a time.
I think he would have a good look, but I don't think he would have been able to act as well.
I don't think it would have been anything the charisma. Sweet Jesus.
What the fuck is going on over there?
Oh,
Bishop
Bishop's
is-
doing zoomies.
Zoomies around the couch.
Oh my god.
But one thing for certain that I did feel with this version is the adults were so much weaker than the kids part of the film.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel like it fell flat. Even though it had some great actors. I mean, you had freaking John Ritter, who is huge in the 90s. I mean, you're talking about like prime time, big comedian.
I think, by the way, I think he looked pretty damn hot with facial hair.
He didn't look bad. John Ritter did not look bad.
He can pull off a full beard.
Yeah. And I don't know. I always had a thing for him as Jack from Three's Company. Like I did.
Yeah.
I remember watching it on TV Land and I was all
the
about
facial
it.
hair did well for him.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked with a little more meat on him too. I'm not gonna say I wasn't a fan of Ben.
I didn't like Bill. Like as an adult. Like, okay, I love
No, he's a nerd. He's so nerdy.
But
I just wanted to cut his fucking
Is it the
rat
mole?
tail.
It's the rat tail and
the giant mole on his
the
face.
giant mole on his face. I feel bad. He has
Mole,
nothing.
mole,
He
mole,
cannot
mole.
control the mole on his face. Well, maybe he could have because it makes a lot of money.
We remember in Austin
Whatever.
Powers was like
The
moving
mole
around.
makes
The
money.
rat tail was fucking
tail.
annoying.
I
Like
hated that rat
how
tail.
was that even like mentioned in the book? Like this character's gonna have a rat tail. No, that's disgusting. Even in the 90s, I don't think that was a thing. Maybe it was.
Well, it
I
wasn't
don't
a
know.
rat tail because the rat tail
It was
is
a
literally
ponytail.
everything
You're right.
short
Sorry,
and then
just a ponytail.
just the ponytail.
He
But
did ponytail.
He had just this obscenely long, very thin ponytail.
It
Ew.
looked ratty. It did. You just wanted to snip it off.
I just can't.
It's like that's not good hair growth.
No.
Yeah.
Snip, snip.
It didn't move.
Ew.
It didn't. It just kind of stayed where it was. Like it was super hairsprayed where it was. Like, come on, man.
They just put Aquanet on.
It
It's like,
should,
this
it
shit ain't
should
moving
flip
nowhere.
around
It's
a
not
little
going
bit. Is all
nowhere.
I'm saying.
It's because men
Oh,
don't
my
know
goodness.
how to take care of long hair, so they probably
my
do
goodness,
shower
that's
with
too
it.
funny.
I mean,
correctly.
Brad Pitt knows how to take care of someone.
Oh
hair.
yes,
he can flip that
does.
hair.
Oh, again, Lost City of
Brad
D.
Pitt. There
Lost
we go.
City of D.
Sorry.
All right. Another fun, interesting thing about as far as pitching for director for this, they actually pitched it to Georgie Romero, the Land of the Dead, Night of Living Dead. I'm sorry, yeah, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all of the
Probably
big
would've been more
zombies. Because it needed zombies.
No.
I need zombies.
We don't eat people.
But I thought that was your favorite part.
We need a creepy fucking clown that eats kids and zombies. Snow's version of it.
No, I mean he's a good director. He's got a lot of exciting stuff.
He
It's like
does.
it moves. This did not move.
Unlike that ponytail.
This was stagnant like the ponytail. The ponytail was the movie. So maybe that was on purpose.
Oh my goodness.
It was subliminal.
Oh my goodness.
All right, what kind of
All
questions
right.
you got for
I've
us?
got some fun ones.
Okay.
All right. Oh, real quick, last little tidbit. Easter eggs from Stephen King in his own Stephen King verse. You have Mike's father, or Mike Hanlon's father, served in the army with Dick Halloran, who was the innkeeper of The Shining.
Yeah.
And then that was in 1980. And then Eddie Kaspbrak was friends with Paul Sheldon from Misery.
Yeah.
So he put these different relationships in his own stories.
Yeah.
And I love when people do that. I just
Yeah.
think it's super fun. Anyways, moving on to the questions. All right. When you were a child, I think we know where yours is going to be, but what would your version of Pennywise be? What would have scared you to death as a kid?
Oh, scared me to
What would he have changed to?
Yeah, exactly. What would he have become to scare you?
Go.
I mean, okay. Yeah.
Can we go?
Yeah, go for it, girl.
As a kid. Oh, sorry, my earring hurts. I hate snakes, so maybe some sort of snake.
All right.
I mean, even the dead snakes.
Like Beetlejuice turning into a snake.
Well, so
oh, you and Ron are in the same boat.
It's yeah. I can't think of anything else that would have like an object
really scared you.
Mm-hmm. Either that or like a half dead zombie with its face melting off or something.
Okay.
You know, one of those things.
All right. What about you, Crystal?
Depending on what age, it has to be a stink bug. And I...
Really?
Interesting.
They're so tiny.
I've caught shit for that my whole damn life. And I swear to God, it's because I was in elementary school and on the fucking playground, you know those little things where on one end you have the tube and your friend on the other side has the tube and you womp, and you yell back at each other and the tube's on the ground. I went to go use one and there's a stink bug sitting on the corner looking away from me. Without fail, this fucker just kind of... Oh, there's an...
You got stink bugged?
What happened?
He decided, he saw me, he was like, cool, I'm gonna get this bitch right in the face. Kind of settles down, gets his little body level to the tube, and he goes, all right, here are my wings. In my fucking face! Right on my goddamn middle of my eyes. And ever since then, you can ask Chase. Every single fucking time I see one, they're like, "Oh, there you are!" And they turn and fly right at me. I was getting Hardee's takeout, and I was looking at the woman, and I had my window rolled up, and I'm like, "I can't roll it down. There's a stink bug." And I had to roll it down because my food came. And as soon as the window came down, he flew into my car.
They've
And
got
I'm like,
like
"You fucking asshole!"
They've got a hive mind with Crystal on the brain.
Exactly. He goes like this, sitting there, and he goes, "There she is."
I'm sorry. I want to have to come back for this food later.
Literally, I was like, "Can I just walk inside and grab it?" 'Cause
I mean, to be fair, you probably could have.
Yeah, just write a sign like, I can't.
Oh,
stink bug.
Right? Like, do y'all have fire and Pam that I can just...
I have actually left food at a restaurant because there were spiders over the window, like the webs
I feel
and like
it.
a lot of it. And I've been like, I've already paid you, but I'm good. And I've left.
I can't.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, honey.
Yeah. Legit.
I looked like a crazy person in my driver's seat, just where to go.
Yeah, where we used to live in this little podunk ass town in Georgia, the Little Caesars, their drive-through, they were terrible about it. They had them all. There was and it was
Don't relive
football
it.
season.
Don't relive it.
No, it's like football season where you're getting home late and you just want to go get something quick for the kids, and you drive through and you're like, "So you're not eating tonight."
No, we're going with
Mama
that.
can't get
Sorry.
food.
It's gonna be ramen.
It's ramen.
That's
wait,
amazing.
so just question.
Sure.
Pennywise would then transform into an object, not a situation that you're afraid of, right? Because
He has to. I think it has to be some form. It has to be a
Okay,
noun. It has to be a
gotcha.
noun, not an action necessarily.
Got it.
For me, it'd be a wasp. Wasps. I don't like wasps.
So it's not spiders?
Weirdly, like I could squish those. Like
Okay.
I could. Wasps, I won't
That
go
is,
near.
they electrify you.
I won't go
been-
near.
those things
I won't
hurt.
go near
Yeah,
wasps.
I've
Like,
gotten stung a
fuckers.
couple of times, and it's been.
My
really- I
dad
got
was
stung in my
allergic.
face.
Yeah, that happened. Well, I knew you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it
When
was
I was delivering
gnarly.
DoorDash, I got stung in the face. One flew out of a light.
Yeah.
What the fuck,
In the
man?
face.
I hit myself, but you were saying how you got stung?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know what something is? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting
No,
your
go
show.
Totally.
for it.
But back in the day
You
when I
are.
was living in Michigan at a family reunion, I had a sloppy Joe and a bee stung me right on my fucking lip.
I
Oh,
know
wow,
you at
great-
this time?
great
Or is
story.
this when you were a kid?
Fat
Oh, this was
lip.
when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
This is like early 90s.
I was like, I don't
Good
remember
story,
this.
bro.
Well, thank you, Bess. I appreciate it.
Well, while we have
I
you
try.
here, what would Pennywise change in for you?
A snake.
Since you're standing here.
A tiny gardener snake that goes. It was so cute.
Any version of a snake possible will probably get me.
Mainly the tiny gardener
I
one that goes.
don't like snakes. I don't like
Right,
snakes.
even the dead ones that are on the side of the road.
Oh no!
that are already
Whenever,
squashed?
no, whenever we pass them, he goes, "Yeah, fucker!"
No, I can't even be near the
wish
dead
I
ones.
was kidding.
I will run them. I will run those fuckers over.
Again, he'll make them double dead.
I don't like killing animals, but when it comes to snakes, that's
Well,
a
in that
different
instance,
story.
already dead.
I don't even be near its skin.
Thank you, Ron. But no, I don't fuck around with wasps. My dad was like allergic to them, and with my odds, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
My brother is allergic
Maybe
to
the one
them.
thing you're fine for.
Oh yeah, no. Oh. All right. So in this version, what version of Pennywise did you find scary?
In the 90s version?
in the miniseries.
I mean, not really any of it. I uncomfortably couldn't watch him as a spider, obviously.
Yeah.
But I didn't find it scary.
I didn't like the dad. That
Yeah.
creeped me out.
I mean, the
she
dad,
goes
the
to
dad
visit-
himself
Yeah,
was
that I
fucking
found was
fucked
the
up,
most. That was
so-
the most disturbing. I think.
And that wasn't him. So
Yeah, no, it was definitely Pennywise again, taking on another form.
no. I mean,
Oh.
like the dad himself. Like, I'm not even talking about Pennywise. I'm just saying the dad himself was fucking fucked up.
Yeah, no, oh yeah, no.
It,
all
it didn't have anything to do with
in the-
Pennywise.
No,
The
in
dad
the book-
himself was a fucking fucker.
Yeah, in the book, in all versions, that guy is fuck. He is a fucking fucker.
You're a
That is-
fucking fucker.
Yeah,
Fuck.
Shut the fuck up.
It's
fucker.
Fuck you.
for me.
fucking fucker.
That was it. What about you, Crystal?
Technically, it's not like any particular version of his, but when they're underground, and I can't remember Asthma Boy's name, but he says, "This is
Eddie.
battery acid," and sprays it in his face.
And when he melts.
Oh, I remember being a kid going, "Ooh, ooh, that's gotta be sticky."
It was good makeup, though. That
It
would
was.
be the prosthetics for
There it
him.
is,
That-
yep.
Yeah, because that was a good makeup job.
It was really
It was
impressive.
too sticky for me. I'm like, oh, that has got.
I mean, if your face
gross.
melts, it's got to be sticky, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's
And
probably-
there's a lot of cake makeup on there to melt.
Yeah.
What else we
She's
got?
like, poor Yen's like melt. What about you, Yen?
I think it would also be the dad.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of
Just
like
creepy,
that
skeevy.
half-dead zombie-looking
Mm-hmm.
thing. Because I can't think of anything else. Because there's
The werewolf,
the werewolf. There's
the deadlights.
the deadlights. What's that?
The
that's
white
just
lights.
The white lights in his eyes. The ghost moon.
Meh.
Stanley Uris's head. That was a big one.
Nah, it's just a head in the fridge.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean the dead children are creepy, but used through all of them. Georgie's used through all of them, and so is the spitter at the end, obviously.
I
Sorry.
guess yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with the
You're gonna go with the
guy,
dad?
The dad.
Dude, I know. I dropped popcorn. That's
I mean, the startle tactic was definitely when the hand jumps out of the photo book.
Oh yes, when as he comes up and everything. Yeah, no, that was a fun jump scare.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, I look back at it and it's so campy now, but funnily enough, as much as a horror freak I am, my experience with this when I was a kid was I was at a birthday party for a friend with my still best friend who lives out on the West Coast. Known her since I was 10 years old. We bonded over this because neither one of us would watch it. We wouldn't watch it. The girls whose birthday party it was that was putting it on, she was all about it. And we literally spent the entire time under the blankets talking to each other because we were terrified to watch it. And now look at how much of a freaking horror freak I am.
Yeah.
So like, I got warped later in life. I was a cute kid, but yeah, I was absolutely terrified of just the box. And because this is when it had the 2 cassettes.
Oh,
I was terrified. I was like, the fuck is that? Why does his hand look all weird? I wanted no part in it.
Yeah.
No part in it. And I think we've kind of roundtabled with when everyone's first seen it. That was mine. Crystal, what about you? When was the first time you saw this?
Fuck me running!
Up.
Damn.
You want the wheel now?
I didn't finish it.
Really?
You got close enough.
That's enough for it to have to be cut out.
All right, enough for me to stop myself. All right. I will.
It's enough for you to have to edit that part of the name.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah. All right, for
Yeah.
y'all listening live.
But to answer your
son of a
Yes,
question,
you gets to take
No.
another punishment shot.
Hey, boys, you suck at your job.
Once again. What? You have one
Barrel
job.
of punishment.
One job.
Oh,
Barrel of punishment.
Ron, you have to take from the barrel of punishment. She pulling for you.
Yep, I poos. I poos the
Maybe you
poos.
shouldn't have lost to Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat.
You're not doing it. You're not doing
She
the
picks
show.
for you.
I pick.
No, put it
I
back.
pick.
She
Barrel of
picks.
punishment?
Yes.
I pick. It's my
It's
shot.
her punishment. She's giving it to you. She pulls for you.
Trying to stack the barrel.
Oh,
Shady
shit.
bitch.
I really hope you get the weird split thingy.
Can I look? Or do I have to
No,
blind?
you can
I have to
No,
go
you
blind?
have to blind it.
All right. That's what I
Oh.
was asking you to know.
I am the keeper of the rules.
Keeper of the rules and the schedules.
pick.
And the schedules. Oh, you lucked out.
There's Kraken.
Hey.
There's
What's
worse.
crack-a-lackin'? Ron? You are.
What? You like
You're
Kraken?
Kraken.
No, I don't mind.
It's not like you don't have to go to work in like 8 hours.
You don't.
No, not today.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Tomorrow night.
Oh.
You gotta work tomorrow night?
10 p.m. I'm doing night shift all next week.
All right. So what else?
Oh, so
Well, he sets
but
himself
to answer your question, my mother is a wonderful mother, and I was introduced to horror movies at such a very young
You're
age.
still recording on Instagram?
It's live.
How many peeps we got?
Right now?
Yeah.
I can't read.
How many we
because
got
I
right
have
now?
cataracts. We have 2 right now.
Woo, hello.
Hello, people.
But my mother introduced me to this movie when I was young, probably because I want to say right around the age of 6 to 7. I saw this because it was when I was like born to that age that I threw a hiss fit if I didn't have The Haunting playing.
Mm-hmm.
So she introduced me to slowly like upping the ante to more scarier movies.
Interesting.
This was one of her like lesser scary movies to show me because like it wasn't.
Was she just a big horror fan?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
My mom was obsessed with Alien. She loved Predator mainly because of the main characters in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
She was obsessed with scary movies, so I saw a lot of the classic scary movies through her.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Ron. Take your punishment.
That's a lot of liquor.
Again, it's...
You know,
I want to hear you drink it.
That's a lot of liquor.
you want to drink the, you want to hear the gulp, 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 gulp?
See, it's weird when it's
didn't
directly
finish
in
it,
your
you
ear.
bitch.
There's still more.
There you go.
There you go.
Well
It's
done.
weird when it's right in your ears and you can't run
yeah.
away.
Yeah. That was not ASMR. That was disturbing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes, imagine.
Oh, she could explain it probably better. ASMR.
So it's when like somebody
I know what it is, but what is the acronym?
auditory sensory
MR.
median response. It
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
That sounds no, we're good. That sounds
Google.
close enough.
I was about to say
What else we got?
Glasses,
All right.
gotcha.
And then my other question would be, there's two.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Meridian,
You were
there
super
go.
close. You got
That
it.
was
yeah.
that was really close.
Good job.
Nicely.
I was like, there's big words and.
I have two. One, who was your favorite of the losers? And then two, which loser do you feel you relate the most to? And no, you can kick us off.
I like Mike.
Mike Allen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Mike. I just think he was the most likable of all of them. Everybody else had pretty like wet rag personalities. Richie was the worst comedian on the face of the planet. Like there was nothing funny about him for him to become this like famous stand-up comic. Yeah, I know, poor him. My opinion matters not. So
It does matter.
It does on this show.
okay, so in this, yeah, you suck, Richie.
Suck it.
So beep
Suck 'em up.
beep means be quiet.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
I actually have
beep beep. Richie means be quiet. And honestly, nobody.
Nobody?
I
Nobody
don't
you
know.
relate
None
to?
of these people can I relate to. I don't. I'm no.
All right.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I asked for honest response.
Yeah.
What about you, Yen?
So the one I like, and then the one I relate to, right?
Yeah.
All right. The one I like is going to be the kid version, right? Doesn't matter. Kid version. I like Bill.
Okay.
Mostly because I like Jonathan.
You do.
Brandis.
You mentioned that. Yes.
He's so cute.
You mentioned that in an episode of FMK.
That's right.
Our dead people edition.
Yes.
I would. What was it? I was going to marry him.
Yeah.
You were gonna marry him.
You're gonna marry him.
Yeah, I was.
Next spring.
Oh, sorry.
Next spring.
And the one I relate to will be I want to go with Ben. Kind of like the heavier set because I grew up heavy set. I was not a skinny kid. I was overweight. I was bullied quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of relate to that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
What about you, Crystal?
I liked Bill.
All right.
It's just I stutter myself, so I'm like I enjoy his little thing, but I actually really like Yen Ben. I grew up a chunky kid, which is kind of why I refused to give Snow the book I was going to lend her until I can find a way to peel that shit off the cover, because like burn it.
Oh, good lord.
No, it for somebody like, okay, so you look at the younger Ben and he's chubby and he grows up into the not so chubby adult.
Yeah.
There is not necessarily a shame, but like some people, like for myself at least, I grew up with the fear of looking like that again.
Yeah. That's the body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
I suffered with that severely.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, I feel bad for him, and he had a crush on a pretty girl and he thought he couldn't have her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor dude.
He gets her in the end.
Yeah,
he does get her in the end.
Fuck yeah, little man.
And
Right.
so do all the other boys, apparently.
Oh my lord,
Fuck
let it go.
yeah.
No, jeez.
Sorry.
Girl next door to a whole new level.
Yeah, baby.
That's definitely sounds like a porn, straight up. Like I'm not even gonna play around it. Like
I
that's
mean,
the way
it
goes.
is.
Yeah,
The
that's
movie, The Girl Next Door, is about a porn star.
And then we talked about it, and there's also the really fucked up one
We're
with the
not
girl
going to
next
talk
door.
about the other one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That fucked up one.
Anywho, Batman transition.
Okay.
All right. For me, I would have to say the one that I like the most was actually probably Eddie. He's afflicted. He's scrappy. He's got a mouth on him. Like I like Eddie, and I feel like I would be Eddie. There are parts though that I can relate to Ben. Again, I also was a heavier set kid, so I 100% could relate to Ben if I went that route. But personality wise, I just have to go with, Eddie's a pistol.
I can see
And
that.
he's just like, I'm here and I don't give a shit. And so that resonates with me, obviously. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
So I think we have talked this one really well, ladies. Like, thank you. Like, woo-hoo.
So one thing that I thought was kind of interesting, that was kind of tale of the times, when they are about to go into the water plant or whatever it is that it is hiding in or
The
stemming
sewers?
from. Yeah, the sewers.
They
Do this pact where they share the inhaler, where
Yes.
the story is actually written to be like share blood, like actually cut
blood
your hand.
oath, yes.
Right. But they kind of shied away from doing that because at the time AIDS was a big thing in the news, and they felt like showing them sharing blood was probably
Kind of like Nemo.
bad news for
Yeah. Emo.
When they showed the fish getting flushed down the toilet, little kids were flushing live fish down the toilet, thinking they were releasing them to the ocean, and they had to actually release
Ellen
a thing.
DeGeneres released a disclaimer. Fish don't really want to go to the ocean. They like where they are.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
'cause
I don't remember that.
kids were just
She's
straight up
like,
murdering
speaking
things.
as Dory on her talk show. She was like, they don't want to be free. It's just a movie.
Yeah, because kids were straight killing fish, and they're like, yeah, no.
I must
make
free my fish now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
that's
legitimately.
terrible. Wow.
It needs to go to the ocean, and they were just killing their fish, trying to free them.
Oh,
Yeah,
my Lord.
Thanks to Finding Nemo.
Well, I mean, they set them free in a different way.
So they didn't want little kids running around just, ha la 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 la, slice.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Well, that makes
the
sense.
sharing of the blood of the hands was kind of changed because of that and ended up being an inhaler puff instead.
Interesting. Well, it's
I
fascinating.
thought the inhaler puff was nice because it gave like the weaker kids some camaraderie with the other stronger kids.
But it's funny, like as watching the movie though, I didn't quite understand it, and maybe it was because I was halfway asleep. Just because most of the time I watch these shows, it's after I get home from work, while the kids are in bed. My husband, who didn't really care to want to watch it with me, I'm watching it by myself.
Yeah.
And I am halfway, like, trying to stay awake. But I didn't quite get it. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
why are they sharing an inhaler? I was like, do they think it's giving them, like, superpowers before they go in there and battle the biggie? I was like,
Yeah, no, it was
I don't
I mean, they were breathing better. They were breathing better.
entirely a camaraderie thing
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
like strengthen Eddie with because
Yeah.
he needed it
Mhm.
or felt he needed it. So they were
Yeah.
trying to do that with him so they could all like,
Hoist
go
them
in
up.
together. Yeah.
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 And yeah, no, that's cool though. That is very cool. I didn't know it was because of
AIDS.
The AIDS
Yeah, I mean,
situation in the 80s.
It was
or 80s,
because it
maybe
was
in the 90s.
broadcasted on ABC. I think they were the
Mhm.
ones that gave that restriction. Like they can't
Sure.
can't share that.
But I mean, it makes sense. It does make
Absolutely.
sense.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, thank you. Thank you, Yen.
Yeah, no problem.
So I think we can
I
round.
love sharing the facts.
That's you do, and you do it so well. So I think that we're gonna.
Let me check your facts.
Don't check mine. Mine's is good. I bring the good facts.
You're clear facts.
Yes.
Clear.
All right.
Clear.
So
Very pleased.
we are going to go around and we're going to give out of 5 red balloons because they float.
Yes.
And so I will go ahead and I will kick it off with Miss Crystal. What would you give this for how many red balloons?
Red balloons. I'm surprised you went with balloons, not folding. Okay, hold on. That's a question I got. Why is it always red balloons when the original it's multiple color balloons?
I mean, I think honestly it was just
The album cover.
Yeah, but like I just love the fact that like in the remake they're like, yeah, fuck the fact there was like orange, yellow, green, blue. No, it's all red.
Yeah, so I think it was honestly just dramatic license and also just stark contrast because in the book, again, when Pennywise is describing, he describes multicolored balloons.
Yeah, it's just like a carnival clown. You'd
Yeah.
expect him to have multiple balloons.
Yeah, and that's the difference between
Because they were all filled with blood.
They're red anyways. They'll be red.
You just pop them up.
But to say I gotta give this one, and we just to clarify because my brain's kind of broken to the guys, we do one review, right?
Yeah, it's all undone.
That is what I thought.
I just want to tell you guys that your show BAC
Mm-hmm.
fucking rocks. You guys are doing a great job.
Aw,
Thank you, honey
thanks,
bunny.
Ronnie.
Just wanted to let
Very
you all know.
sweet.
Appreciate that.
All right. So how many red balloons? Miss
BAF
Crystal?
endorsement.
3.5.
Out of
3.5.
5?
Out of 5.
Out of 5. Okay.
All right. No, oh, why 3.5?
It was filmed really well, and considering that I didn't know it was not a movie when I first watched it, because I watched it on a DVD, I thought it was a full movie. So they did a really good job of putting it all together and not losing any of the like original feel.
Nice.
So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and they also did a really good job of putting things together, like effects wise, the balloons, people not bouncing when it popped in front of their faces because they're just like, no one moves.
Yeah, you barely see him flinch.
Yeah, which is impressive in itself.
Yeah, so I'm like, the fact that certain things like that exist, that's where that 3.5 comes from.
Yeah.
No, you guys. The guys, the real guys are losers.
Sorry. Well.
Oh yeah, no, we have our Losers Club behind us.
Yeah, there they are. So Yen, how many red balloons or multicolored balloons?
Which you add them to us, makes Lucky 7.
There you go.
how much you hated Legend. So what is
I'm totally current Eddie Casbrat because he's fucking amazing.
Who?
The one in the 2019 remakes.
Okay. Out of 5. Okay, let me think. I would give this. Gosh, I want to say 3.
Okay.
That's pretty.
Maybe 3 or 4. So honestly, it
So better than Legend.
It better than Legend. Much better than Legend. Much better. I mean, I'm not against Tim Curry. It's just I felt like the story behind Legend was in the movie version was very broken and hard to follow. In this version, it was a little easier to follow. It was kind of interesting how they focused on one character, kid, and then adult, and then next kid and adult, and
the mirroring,
and it kept doing that, and it was. I mean, it was okay, but I liked how it had the feel of like the Goonies. Like it has that bond between the children and then
a really good
as they get older, a bond
kid bonding
with adults. Yeah. And the graphics for the film, I think, was very well done.
Nice.
And I was happy to see that they didn't overdo the makeup for Pennywise, and that his own facial features were able to pull through like he preferred to it, which, you don't know when you originally watch it. But yeah, as seeing it for the first time as an adult, I mean, it does kind of lose its scariness.
Yeah,
because
I mean, it's 1990s.
Yeah.
Like real effects.
If I was a child watching this, I probably would have been terrified.
Unless you're me and then you hide under a blanket.
I don't think I would have enjoyed it as a kid. I probably would have just been scared and not really wanted to be.
Am I broken?
No. I'm sitting here like
it's
bent.
just what
You're
you're-
bent, not broken. Yes, bent. You're bented, but
just
you're
what
bented
you
in the way
grow
we
up
love.
with.
He's
I mean, as a kid, I snuck and watched Blair Witch, but as a like scattered show, like it wasn't even like a really good picture. I had to sneak that.
Well, I mean,
as
that movie in
a-
itself is hard to watch even when you can see it.
as like a 13, 14-year-old, I had to sneak and watch that. So my parents were very strict of what we were able to watch.
Okay. All right.
So I would have never been able to watch this
Mm.
as a kid.
All right.
Never. No.
And then what about you, Snow?
I will give this 2 balloons.
Okay.
Simply for the fact that when, like as a kid, it was effective in what it did.
Well, I'm going to ask because you have the ability to have that. Would you have rated it higher as a kid than you would now?
I don't know. Because again, it's been 20 years since I watched this movie.
All right.
I'm old.
You're amazing.
Well
I didn't
seasoned.
say I wasn't amazing. I said I was old.
Not old.
No, you're just well seasoned.
I
That's
am
all.
I'm very well seasoned.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn near over seasoned.
Very,
Now,
very tasty.
I'm salty bitch. So just yeah, I'll give it a 2. Simply just like as an adult watching it, I was really just kind of like, okay. And I found it very slow and a little bit boring. And I found the clown, when he was being a clown, I was just kind of irritating more than anything else.
Just not a fan.
No, I didn't think he was effective as a terrifying, like, I don't know, like there were moments when I could see where, yeah, okay, that would be terrifying, especially, given the situation. I don't know. I don't know.
That's
yeah.
right.
Not my bag.
That's all right. That's why I
It
give
was
two.
meh. It was meh.
Meh. 2 is meh.
Yeah, it was meh.
Me.
It was a meh. It wasn't a mer, but it was more of a meh.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
All righty. So I will round us out with, I am going to give this version
5, like the Predator.
No, 2.5 actually. Actually, surprisingly enough, 2.5.
Why is everybody always so bad?
Yes.
Okay.
I prefer.
I'm surprised.
I prefer the remake.
Yeah.
I prefer the remake
See,
hard.
I haven't seen that, so I don't know.
I prefer the remake hard. Okay, put it this way. I like it as much as I like Insidious. I like the remake that much that I would give the remake a 4 easy. Because there are, and I feel both versions because here's for me, both versions, this is why I split it. They pay enough homage to the book, but I feel like the newer installments actually brought in a lot more of the book. And for me as a reader and a Stephen King-aholic, to make that jump from the page to the visual and get so much of the meat of it right, that says a lot for me, which is why I prefer the remake. Yeah. But this one, because I didn't watch it in... Whoop, you all right there again?
Yeah,
She's throwing her phone at me.
Throwing shit.
Done. Fucking there.
Fuck it.
All right. I because I didn't see this as a kid because I was too chicken to do it. I didn't watch this until I was an adult.
Yeah.
And so I can totally understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I saw it campy.
Yeah.
I appreciate, again, Tim, if you're listening, we love you. We did 3 movies because
we love you so
we
much.
love you so much. You are amazing. And again, this has Pennywise.
Of our first 5 movies, 3 of them are his.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but
Depending on when we do Fern Gully, the first 4.
yeah, because he's in Fern Gully.
He is?
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
He's
He's the oil.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
anyways,
I like Fern Gully.
oh, it's
my
good.
God, I just forgot his name.
Oh shit.
The Nexus.
Nexus.
Thank you. I was like, what?
So
She's gone.
I love it. For Tim, I love, again, you have this iconic role, the iconic character who has affected generations of people still to this day. I mean, you can go to Spirit Halloween at Halloween time, find Pennywise stuff. It's pop culture. It's amazing. But the movie is slow and it is drawn out and it is boring.
Yes. It is boring. And I feel the adult actors were not on par with the kids. And I feel like it was it fell flat. It felt much like my cocktail. It fell flat.
There was one point that I forgot to mention that I really wanted to just do a quick discussion about.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I love it. Let's finish it out.
I'm sorry, I didn't bring this up earlier before we did our reviews, but when Eddie at the very end, adult Eddie
is killed,
before he's killed, he admits to being a virgin. Did that feel like really random to anybody?
What throws me off is it's got to be unique to the miniseries just for his character, I guess, to give it some more realism about the fact that he was like isolated, I think.
Yeah.
As opposed to, because in the books, he loses his virginity to Beverly and all of them at the same time.
Is that their way of saying
train.
they didn't do the train?
Because they kept saying stuff like, "Oh, he needs this thing," the actor was like, "He needs a thing," and when is he going to reveal his thing or his quirk? And it's the fact that he's a virgin. I'm just like looking at it like, who the fuck cares if you're a virgin?
He was nice enough not to rail Bev after everybody else did.
But in
She
the
was
show,
tired.
he wasn't. Nobody railed her.
My name's Bev and I'm tired. It's Bev and my vagina's worn out. Oh my God.
But it was just, that was the most random piece of shit in this movie that was just like, What was that?
I'm fine.
Unneeded information.
It's probably very similar to. So, and this is not my wording, but they ramped up different aspects of the more like domestic kind of like drama because they almost wanted it to have like a soap opera type feel to draw in audiences. So they did amp up like the situation with Bev and her father. And that may have been something that it was just like, oh my gosh, for a reaction. So, because it's not in 1,300 plus pages. I don't remember him mentioning he's a virgin in the book, and obviously, no, he wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
He lost his virginity to Bev.
And the weird orgy again. Lots of drugs. And on that note, no, we can't end it on that note. I'm going to end it on 2.5 red balloons because it was.
Sorry.
It was slow and boring. But again, I do feel for less than 20 minutes, Tim Curry affecting generations. That in itself is why this has a special place in my heart. And it's another installment of one of my favorite books by one of my favorite authors. And I am so grateful you ladies came out, and I'm so grateful we were able to do this tonight. And it was super fun.
So fun.
And on that note, we're going to go out.
Bye, guys.
Laters.
I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
Hi, this is Snow. Thanks for listening to our podcast, Barrel Aged Chicks. It's 2023 and the chicks are here. We are so excited to share our future episodes of Barrel Aged Chicks, FMK, and Slasher Gal Pals. We hope you are enjoying our shenanigans as much as we do. Give us a follow on Instagram at Barrel Aged Chicks. If you'd like the gals to do a fan request, contact us on Instagram and we will give you a personal shout out on the show. Our podcast is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, and Good Pods. Swag available through the link on Instagram. Please check it out and thank you for your support. Special thanks to Carl Casey at White Bat Audio for his kick-ass music. He is amazing. Also, please grab a listen to the guys at Barrel Age Flicks Podcast. If you like booze, hilarity, and movies, check them out. Also, check out our network and other amazing podcasts at deluxeeditionnetwork.com. Bye till next time, and thanks for listening to our show. The party's leaving!